free delivery to you. Tubs to you. Persons under the age of 18.
I keep trying to put my hair up. It doesn't want to go out. So let's just leave it down. Hi, everybody. Hi, guys. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. I hope you guys are having a blessed Sunday. Let me hear you say hallelujah. If you're having a good Sunday.
It lets you fly for less.
I want to fly to Paris.
Your current flight discount is 75%.
Guys, I'm trying to put my hair up.
With your miles. It lets you travel for less. Discovery Bank. What's my travel discount? You get up to 20% off accommodation and car hire. And it makes airports a breeze. Hi, Michael. You have complimentary lounge access. Actually.
Yeah, hallelujah. Let me see a hallelujah in the comments. Hallelujah. Oh, today has been such a good day. We are blessed. We are blessed. We are blessed. We are blessed. And we are constantly in God's grace. Grace and mercy follows us wherever we go, swearing.
So we're cool with weather.
We're blessed, y'all.
Hit the interactive button on your Sky remote to explore a range of thrilling onboard views from driver cams and fighter cams that put you right into the heart of the action. Plus, don't miss Sky's Battle channel, showcasing unmissable side-by-side action you won't always see in the main broadcast. Out and about, stay in the race wherever you go. Scan the QR code, download the Sky Sports app, choose your driver, and experience the action live. Strap in and enjoy every twist and turn, only on Sky Sports F1.
Oh, I should have worn my Ferrari merch.
Plenty of ways to enjoy the action.
That would have been a good way to watch this.
Race control. Ted Davitt will be
Maybe I can put my cap on. No, it's too much work. I don't want to do all that. My favorite part of the race is the start. So when he says, lights out and away we go. And it's that's my favorite part.
Here we go.
I saw you being baptized. Oh, really? That's cool. Guys, I'm not really excited for this race because Austin has a very bad track record of being extremely boring. I don't know. I just feel like Austin is not
and when the circle starts to close,
the funnest race.
The pressure mounts, you have to look around.
For me personally.
Remember what made you. Now, there's always been people who want to run in your shoes. They'll chase you down, wait for you to slip.
Hi.
City, it's an honor. You gotta have that dog in you. That Texas fight. So you either learn the pattern.
Hi guys, hello. Everybody who just joined the live. Hello.
Are not the lucky ones.
I hope you guys had a good Sunday.
Who refuse to bend, who keep their eyes.
And you went to church. What were you guys what was the word at your guys' church today? At my church, Pastor Josh is preaching about the armor of Christ. So today we did the shield of faith.
That's infectious. Because in the end, it's about running towards everything you were meant to be.
You seem like a homebody. I am a homebody. I'm always at home.
Because in that moment,
I'm even wearing like really cute I like being at home, wearing cute pajamas, you know, doing something very simple. I definitely am a homebody. I need to post a skincare, it's my favorite part. I love this song. I love the intro. It's like, okay, we're going now. We're going.
Good afternoon and howdy as for the 70th time
Hebrews 11, chapter 1. Oh, your church was preaching about Hebrews 11 today.
The 13th US Grand Prix to take place here at the. It means the final quarter of the season kicks off right here.
Dude, I want Oscar Piastri to win so badly, but it doesn't look like he's gonna win.
3.4 miles per lap here this afternoon.
It doesn't look good for Oscar. Did you guys see about the rumors that have been spreading around about papaya rules?
Temperatures going through the roof on the track again. The medium favourite race time. Hard gives you duration, but it's slow at the start. The soft might yet be used. It's not been.
Yeah, guys, let's watch. It's nice because now Tsepsu we can watch nicely.
While it's peaceful and quiet in the fields around the
I mean, Austin, yeah, bored sometimes. At some point, I don't know what I'm doing because I'm using my phone to go live.
Out in Q1 after crashing, and the second Q1 exit in his career.
I don't want Verstappen. You know what? I didn't want Verstappen to win, but now I don't mind. Anybody but Lando. I'm so sorry. This is how I feel. Anybody can win, just not Lando. I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
Yuki Tsunoda starts 13th for the second race in a row. 12th on the grid goes to Liam Lawson, and only the second time in the last 7 races. The Racing Bulls aren't in Q3. Nico Hulkenberg hasn't made it for a Grand Prix this season in the top 10. Fernando Alonso
you have beautiful skin. Thank you.
His 10th appearance in the top 10. Carlos Sainz alongside him and ahead. Ollie Behrman, another career best start.
Team Ferrari, yes, guys, you're making me want to go put on my Ferrari merch for this live.
Oscar Piastri, Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, Lewis is P5.
In the US Grand Prix, ahead of him is
Charles
teammate
P3?
George Russell. Charles Leclerc is third, his highest start.
I didn't watch
since his goal in
qualifying.
Hungary, and the front row is the same as we had for the sprint. Lando Norris starts second. Max Verstappen with a 7th pole of the season. Is pole the place
I
to be,
predict something is going to happen in turn 1. Because I saw that Oscar and Lando crashed in turn 1. I think it was qualifying. I think something's going to happen in turn 1 during the race.
Let's see, but Max Verstappen seems to have his starts under control.
And then
all 3
Oscar is going to go to P1.
On the grid. The most interesting one is Ferrari.
Yeah, let's
Leclerc on the
speak
that.
Let's speak life into that. Let's speak life into Oscar, you guys.
3 drivers at the back of the grid trying hard compound tyres.
I
Just
really want
to do
Oscar to
something
win.
a little
I
bit
really want
different
Oscar to
and
win.
Try to take advantage of a later safety car.
We're watching
or what
Formula
have
1,
you.
you guys.
So,
Watching Formula 1.
Leclerc, but they're used soft tyres, whereas Verstappen and Norris on the front of the grid have got brand new medium compound tyres.
Wait, do you watch it? I watch it on Des TV stream.
Half a car's length heading up to turn 1 and a bit more confidence, a bit faster tyre warm-up. So we'll watch out for him into the first few corners and the first lap.
My spot in the tower has been taken by the trophy for today's race. Sitting
Oh, guys, share with me, Pilla. What was the word at your guys' church today?
How windy it is today
Share
here
some
in Austin, and how that wind has changed around 180 degrees.
But in a
spiritual
way, I think the
scriptures
drivers
to
will
us.
like because that really
I
grip
don't know
limited, tricky first sector,
what the
that
message was in
snake,
Charles'
the
church
endless S's, is into a headwind, and that's very good news for grip.
Oh my
but
God.
then when they steam down the back straight into turn 12, which is a bit of a downhill, bumpy braking zone, they'll have a tailwind. They'll have there's less air going over the car. They'll have less downforce, less grip. So. The wind can't follow the cars around the track, so they've got to make do. But I tell you what, the drivers, if they had to choose a wind direction, they would choose this one.
And we're off for the formation lap then, which as we know is a very important lap in Formula 1. That was an excellent piece with Martin Brundle in the McLaren here in Austin, explaining exactly what goes on. And whilst we watch the front row peel away up towards turn 1, Karun Chandler.
Oh, y'all were reading about Jonah? Every time I think about the book of Jonah, I laugh every time because,
about that wind on the radio.
bro,
The good news,
you
absolutely,
think
the
you can
sector
run from
we're
God?
watching on track now, they snake through the high-speed sector 1 with the wind on their nose.
What about
But lots
Jonah?
of radio
Like, what
channel
about?
laps to the grid, about the drivers complaining got the section from turn 12 all the way to turn 19 because you got a tailwind including the final corner, the newly named Andretti corner. So that is where, in terms of tyre degradation, the rear tyres are going to be really struggling. Something to watch out for.
Yeah, if you fly your aerodynamic wings into a headwind, you've got more air going up over the car. But when you've got less air, and they use that air to press the cars into the racetrack. So that is the difference. What really gets them is if the wind is gusting and it's a crosswind in a critical corner.
It's a fascinating race this afternoon. We know what Max Verstappen's like when he's out in front. He's often absolutely unbeatable. But we don't know what the McLarens are going to be like in race trim because we didn't see it in the sprint race yesterday. So it's a way into the unknown for them. We don't know, and they don't know with the
Yes, that's so sweet. Thank you.
And I think also McLaren
Where
are going to
is
have,
that comment about
the wear underneath the car. We've seen cars disqualified here in the past.
Is my skin peeling?
They'll probably have to leave a bit of a margin. They'll have to be slightly more cautious, will McLaren, on where they would normally have been if they'd have been able to measure
Verstappen and Lando to crash. Ooh, that would be something. And then they both get out the race. Ooh, that would be something. But let's not wish
strategy seems to be the
that
fastest
type
way
of
to
thing
run
on
this
people.
race, but often races evolve.
Oh wait, I did that. I said I predict something's gonna happen in turn 1.
Verstappen on pole then. He's converted 35 of his previous 46 poles into victories. And he's got Lando Norris right next to him. Lando Norris, who went out on lap 1 in the sprint, just like he did in Miami 2024. He bounced back the next day to win his first ever Grand Prix. Will that be the case today? And what does Oscar Piastri need to do for his own peace of mind and that championship lead from 6th on the grid?
He needs to have trouble, but I think he should have the pace in that car to down the back straight
we read John 11, 38 to 44 story of Lazarus. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
And Lewis Hamilton. It will not.
What about the story? I love the story of Lazarus because there's so many layers to it. Also the fact that it was Jesus' last miracle for him to really make people like truly believe before he gets crucified. I love that story of Lazarus.
The grid.
Okay guys, we're about to start.
Piastri whittled down by 8 points yesterday. Lando Norris would dearly like to score points too, and the Mercedes medical car is just chaperoning the very last.
Yeah, Formula 1 is on, guys.
Come on, Isaac, we're ready to go.
We're about to go.
Once again, I think the tail end.
It's my favorite part. It's my favorite part.
To get the grid formed up earlier.
Like one of those cows, his teammate Liam Lawson was herding at the ranch the other day. We're ready now.
Going.
We got 5 lights on. Lights down, away we go. That was a better start from Lando Norris, but in the second phase, Max Verstappen is away and clear and into turn 1. From Norris on the inside, sweeping round the outside, comes Charles Leclerc, and Norris gets just a bit compromised behind Verstappen. That allows Leclerc to get better traction and into second place, and already Oscar Piastri is above.
What is happening?
George Russell in the Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton is also ahead of Russell, who had a
he got away really nicely.
Getting the job done, just like he did yesterday.
He got away really nice. He actually got away.
He thought about trying to take the lead in
got away
turns 2
really nicely.
and 3. But for now, Verstappen's got it covered, and that's bad news for Norris, but good news for Piastri, as you say.
Bad news for Fernando Alonso. He's bogged down behind.
Ferrari must not do anything stupid. Charles Leclerc P2 is like the best thing that can happen as a Ferrari fan right now. But knowing Ferrari, they're going to do something with the strategy and he's just going to lose it.
But look at the gap that Max Verstappen's got ahead of Charles Leclerc, ahead of Lando Norris, Lewis Hamilton and Oscar Piastri, and down the inside goes Kimi Antonelli, battling away with his former
What did Red Bull do to their car? Like,
and as always, no DRS.
what happened to their car? Like, why is it so fast now?
One lap has been completed. We have a double waved yellow out on track.
It could be for Alex Albon, who we spotted going wide and is going very, very slowly.
Jimmy, you can hear the narrator and they're so good. You know exactly what's happening. As they say, Max Verstappen.
Albon is going, but going very,
Ferrari is
slowly.
doing very well.
Max Verstappen just
Ferrari is
complete
doing
the first of
very
56
well.
laps here, and the gap 1.4
I hope it stays this
seconds
way.
between himself and Charles Leclerc.
Let's not get our hopes up, because we know Ferrari's strategy is just never the best thing.
Behrman, Sainz and Tsunoda in the top 10.
Piastri having to defend hard into the first corner against George Russell, who looks
happened to George at the beginning? George dropped down like 2 places.
And you can see George Russell getting very feisty now as through the S's section we go. If he can hang on to the back of the McLaren here, he'll pick up a lovely slipstream down the back straight.
And the problem for Piastri is every time he has to defend, he'll lose time. When you're offline, you lose time, you pick up rubbish on your tyres. He desperately needs to stay within a DRS 1 second range of that red Ferrari of Lewis Hamilton's in front of him. And Piastri then has had a little bit of
Okay.
sector. That's
Okay.
worked well.
Alex Albon is still going right at the back of the pack. We'll go to Karun.
Where you only turning on your screen now? You missed the best
DRS
part of it.
taking effect, but no one's within 1 second
The
of our
first-
race leader here.
Yeah, when I make to a lights out and away we go. That is the best part of Formula One. I don't mind if Norris drops the spots, I'm not gonna lie. He can drop more spots. And also can gain spots. I don't care much for Lando. I think we all know this now.
Ended up colliding into
I'm
the
very
side of
biased.
Gabriel Bortoleto and got spun around.
And Carlos Sainz, his teammate, putting Ollie Behrman in a spin and making his way up into 8th place. Nice move, we could see it coming.
Yeah, bona fide move there from Sainz. He had his front axle easily alongside.
Did
so he's
Red Bull do like upgrades to their car? Because I don't understand how the car just got so fast, so like all of a sudden.
By race control. So Charles Leclerc with those soft compound tyres
And did
making
what?
good advances in the opening stages
What's
of
going
this
on
race.
also with
But
McLaren?
hasn't
They used
got
to
the
be so
pace to
quick.
match Max Verstappen as he having to manage tyres.
How are they losing momentum?
Sonoda goes down the inside on Ollie Behrman. Is that the place that Sonoda is made up? Yes, it is. At turn 1, he's now up to 9th after starting 13th.
The big advantage Verstappen's got now is he can pace himself. He's not driving into any kind of
Which team do you
turbulent
support?
air.
Ferrari.
Sliding around.
I'm a Ferrari
Help him
girlie.
preserve his tyres.
But I'm on a
Where we
break.
think- where at least
So,
McLaren used to
I'm
be
an Oscar Piastri
better
fan.
in the second
Ukwamanj.
half of a long
Ukwamanj.
stint.
But I support Ferrari.
Well, since we've had a really, really hot
Where is
race, and well, since
Piastri?
we've seen that
He's the
advantage
only
from
driver I
McLaren
care
as
about.
well.
Oscar is also the only driver I care about.
Developments for this season going on a bit longer. Do
Max
have a
is
faster
gone.
car
No one
at the
can
moment.
catch him now. Oh, he's gone now.
Under pressure. Lando
He's
Norris
already won.
against Charles Leclerc. Norris trying to go around the outside. Didn't work for him last year, but the old
Charles,
switcheroo
bro, you
might
need
come
to
into
push.
play on
You need
that
to
one.
push.
He's keeping very, very close as we ride on board now, and he can keep this going for 4 or 5 corners more.
And it's bringing
Charles
Hamilton
needs to
into play as
push.
well, but
Like,
Leclerc doesn't have a
he can't
championship
let
to worry
him
about.
get so
He just wants
close.
a result. Norris very much does.
At the moment, Lando Norris in 3rd, his teammate Oscar Piastri in 5th. 5 points he would gain on him if it stays like that. No further investigation.
Max is gone. Max is gone.
Bortoleto for that incident on the first lap.
I think Norris has got a fast enough car here to get
Do I
in the
have
slipstream
one
of the
what,
Ferrari.
Chad?
They get another dose
Can I
of
ask a
DRS
question
down
that
the
made
pit
you
straight.
decide to give
It won't be
baptize or
enough for
follow
an
Christ?
overtake. There'll be a
Off
big
topic.
old
Yeah,
lunge
that's so
from there.
off topic.
But
But
Norris now got to be really patient through the first sector down to the turn
I
11
just-
hairpin and make sure he gets a good
Yo, it's a
run
long.
out of there.
Actually, I need to share my
We've got
testimony
Lewis
with you guys.
Hamilton right on
But
his
I just
tail.
decided
Hamilton
to
within half a second. Norris
seek
about 6/10
the
back
only
from
person who
Charles Leclerc
can
as
love
we
me.
watch him making his way,
Like,
through that S's section
and
once
love me for
again.
who I
It
am,
must be
like
so
accept me,
difficult to
you know.
stay within
I chose
half
love,
a
I chose
second, but
peace, I
that's probably what you
chose,
need to make an
I
attack down the
chose
back
joy.
And what we're seeing here,
It was the decision that I
unquestionably, is
made
once again in
to
race
follow him.
trim, the Ferrari looks way better than it did
Piastri
in
looks
initial
like he
sprint
might lose
qualifying
the
on
championship.
Friday.
It does
Very
look
much
like
the
that,
case.
right?
Let's see what happens down the
I don't know what's
long
going
back
on
straight.
with
You get a
him.
lot of DRS as well, and you get round about 21 kilometers an hour of extra speed by the time you get to
It
the
does
end of
look
that
like
straight.
Oscar
But
might
that extra
lose.
speed isn't enough so far for Lando Norris. He gets almost alongside, but not quite. As
Shaw,
he
bro,
comes
why-
on the
why
gate
is
of
Shaw
Ollie Behrman a little bit
slacking?
further back.
Let's
Leclerc
go.
just bending over to the left-hand
Push,
side
bruh.
of the track. Norris just clipping away at his heels, waiting for
And
an
Hamilton
opening,
is
waiting
right
for someone to
there.
go, but he's gone a bit
What if
wide
something
there.
happens
No,
and then Hamilton pulls a classic Hamilton
it's a
move?
much better line, but Leclerc is
I hope
obliged
so.
to
He's
leave
like right
Norris
there.
a car's width on the outside if he's anywhere near a striking range. And he's very close to not doing
Oh,
that,
this is
but he's
tense
okay
between them.
at
This
the
is nice
moment.
racing.
But Lando, I think, has got a much faster car underneath him.
He
And he wants
does. And
desperately
Charles
needs
was
to get
pushing
on
it hard.
after Verstappen if he can.
You say leave a car's width. If that's if Norris is alongside it, yeah?
If
Hey,
he's
Martha.
fundamentally
Hey,
nearby,
girl.
yeah, he's obliged. And there we go. Yeah, I wonder if
Please
we
do
might
share
get
it.
a
No, I
lunch there, but
definitely will
again,
share my
Lando will
testimony
cut
with you
underneath,
guys.
And this is with Leclerc having to
I haven't
keep
seen him
defending like that,
forever.
it's slowing
So happy I
all
ran
three of
into
these
you.
cars
Oh,
up.
Entle, that's really sweet.
That gives the advantage to Max Verstappen, who's just set the new fastest lap of the race.
Max
Untroubled
is
as he
gone.
and over 3
Who's that on
seconds clear out in front. This is turning in to a spectacularly
That's
good
why
weekend.
Charles Leclerc's on soft.
Yeah, and the two McLarens are really having to use their tyres up.
That's why he's
with the
struggling
Ferrari.
right now.
They're not able to babysit them and play the long game when they're having to fight this hard. But I think Norris looks close.
Ferrari's strategy disappointing us yet again. Being a Ferrari fan is just such a headache.
Ahead of Russell. Here though comes Norris. Is he far enough
I'm
back?
watching Formula One,
Close
guys.
enough back to make a lunge? No. He's just biding his time a little bit here. Content to wait patiently for an opening.
There's the
to come.
standings.
And with the Ferrari on the soft tyre, he thinks it might come sooner rather than later.
Lewis got
My
deep
thingy,
into
my
turn
lights is
12,
like-
but that's cost him a few meters
like in the way.
of the battle in front. And
There's
yeah,
the standings
you can
right
just
there.
tell
So Max
Norris
Verstappen,
has
P1.
got grip to spare.
Who's that?
Considering
Charles
how
Leclerc,
closely
but
he's
I feel like he's
following
gonna lose
Ferrari.
it soon.
But it's a roadblock. He can't get through it, and that's just playing beautifully into Max Verstappen's hands. Serenely out front now, and 3 seconds in the lead.
Said you need about half a second of extra pace per lap to have a chance, a 50-50 chance of an overtake. And I think Norris has got that, but he's losing out through the S's and he can't use the full effects of his car.
Yeah, so both McLarens are now catching both Ferraris. As I suspect, they're probably their tyre longevity is just beginning to show up a little bit. And this is
I don't know.
Piastri
I don't have a good feeling
and
about
into
this.
the
I don't
DRS
think,
of Lewis Hamilton.
But how long
you know, as a
can
Ferrari fan,
Norris
we're very used
keep
to
within half a second of
disappointments.
Charles Leclerc before his
So I'm not
tyres
even gonna
say,
keep my hopes
SOS.
up for Ferrari.
We need you to drop back a bit, we're
I'm just
overheating.
gonna
But don't forget, Leclerc's on the soft
watch.
tyres.
And
sorry, is that what you were just
expect
saying? Leclerc on the soft tyres.
anything.
You know, they will fade more quickly than the medium. So Hadjar has already had a black and white flag, a final warning for track limits on lap 6.
And
Last
let's,
radio message I saw
bro,
Isaac
the
Andrews
race just
just said, what the
started.
hell is going on?
How does he read?
The handling is a little
What's
bit
going on with
beast-like,
Hadjar?
I think,
He
with
hasn't
his
been
car.
this- he hasn't
There's
been good
Verstappen at
this
the start, pointing towards Norris. I think that Norris got an initial good getaway, but Verstappen in the second phase had him well
Oh,
covered.
Kimi.
Yeah, there's 4 meters between the grid slots, and you can see Leclerc with the grip, with the confidence, and the quicker line around the outside. As you pointed out, at
Okay,
the time,
Ferrari had a very
Norris
good
slightly
start.
tucked
Like,
up
very,
underneath
very
the
good.
rear wing of Max Verstappen, and that could well be a very pivotal moment in this Grand Prix.
There is the Mercedes of Kimi Antonelli on the left-hand side of your screen, and he's facing the wrong way. He's been spun around. There's debris down there at turn 15.
I don't know. I don't like
At least he's
seeing
got going
Kimi
again, and that's
get
good
out
to
the
see.
race. I
While
really
that's
like seeing
going on,
Kimi in
Esteban
the
Ocon's
race, you
been
know.
noted for a false start,
He's
moving
such a he's a
before the
baby,
lights
you know.
went out. But Kimi Antonelli running in the top 7, now running plumb last in this
Way P20.
contact there. George Russell going perhaps into the back of.
Is it Piastri?
Is it Piastri? And there, Antonelli is stopped by the side of the track. And I think
Is that Kimi?
Antonelli's been hit by Carlos Sainz. That is Carlos Sainz there by the side of the
that's
track. He hit
Carlos.
Antonelli.
This is a really difficult car. This is a T15. It's a difficult. The marshals have
Oh,
got to
it's
go
out.
out onto the
When a
racetrack.
Williams
I think
gets
they'll have to
a small
throw the
dent,
safety
it's
car
out.
for this because
I don't know,
they're gonna have
the
to
Williams
push
car
it
is just
out
very
into the
fragile.
racetrack. It's a virtual safety car. That means
I hope
everybody
your
just
fave wins.
holds
Oh,
station
girl,
at
doesn't look like he's
40%
gonna win,
speed
but
rather than the full safety car, so it won't back the pack up. Doesn't stop
Did
the
you
director,
bet?
race director going to full safety
No,
car.
I don't
should he
bet.
decide he needs to, but this slows everybody down. The
Ferrari's
field pretty
strategy
much
is
spread
just
out
always
through
just
half
not
a lap. Do they think they can
virtual
just
safety car. Safety
Sainz,
car,
yes.
nice, good. Let's do like a nice
15,
goal.
Sainz down the inside on Antonelli. It comes
Do you
across
understand
it.
what you're
Well, we
watching?
saw that
Ugh, I
yesterday
hate when
with
people
Piastri and Hülkenberg, didn't we? Someone's
think
coming
you
through
don't-
on the inside.
girls
You
don't
get
know
contact
anything about
that
Formula One.
never ends well. But I think Antonelli there was just
Is
taking
that
his racing
live?
line.
Yes,
Did he
it's
have the rest
live
of the
on
corner?
DSTV. I'm watching on
copy, saw
DSTV
that,
stream.
mate.
Nandi, I literally still believe in anything.
Looked like Antonelli's corner first to me.
Yeah, Carlos wasn't far enough alongside. And unfortunately, when you turn the car like that, you cannot I mean, he's
But
quite a
Carlos,
little.
also, what were you expecting?
Yeah. He was reasonable, so, but I mean, the mirrors are about as useful as a chocolate fire guard, to be honest. So, but especially when you start turning the car, you'll not see. You can't turn your head, by the way. Your head's fixed with the hands device, with the headrests, and Antonelli would have no idea. They must turn into pretty much every corner when they're in battle.
Is Kimi still in the race?
Waiting for the hit, to be honest.
We talk about this all the time, that there are driving standard guidelines.
And it's only lap 8. I love when there's drama. And the race just started and there's already drama.
To the mirror. You've got to be
alongside
their mirror. And I don't think
Alex
he was far
pitting.
enough alongside. It wasn't a riotous
Why is he
move,
pitting?
but you know, the stewards will decide that is Carlos Sainz's predominantly his fault.
And he's out, third DNF in a Grand Prix this year, and he had a DNF, did not start, of course, in Austria. Alex Albon coming into the pits for a change of tyres. He was running down at the rear of the field after being sent into a spin when he made contact with Gabriel Bortoletto. No one else came into the pits behind this virtual safety car. Might be a bit early, Ted Kravitz.
I saw you
Definitely
one time
too
on
early for the mediums.
Channel Q. What's
Ferrari
Channel
were
Q?
having a think about it. Probably about
Who's
5 or
leading
6
Max
laps
Verstappen
too early for the
as
soft. Might have been a nice
recent
idea.
visuals?
They might turn out to regret not boxing Charles Leclerc on the softs.
You know
we will
what?
see, but funnily enough,
I'm okay
that
with
might
Max
work well for
leading.
Alex Albon. He was really struggling on those hards. They are not quick today as a tyre, and that means Albon can go medium.
So even if
to the
Max
end of the
wins
race.
this
But,
race,
thoughts on maybe Sainz
he's
getting
still
a penalty
P3 in the World Championship. In the championship. And Oscar is still leading. But if Oscar carries on performing like this,
earliest time of arrival into various sectors,
I don't know, he
how
might just
Leclerc's managed to
it might just slip through his fingers.
on Norris. When you look at it, he's a long
Also,
way ahead of him now. I know it's at slower
papaya
speed,
rules
but,
apparently also that's a thing now.
so you get a bit of a
Formula
concertina
1 is stress.
false effect, but
Vroom, vroom in it.
Look how close Hamilton is
funny.
to Norris.
Last
That's
lap,
so funny.
Lando Norris was 3 seconds slower than Charles Leclerc. Virtual safety cars ending.
Go.
And here we go. Let's
Okay,
go green
let's
again.
go. Back
So
in.
Lewis Hamilton's a lot closer to Lando Norris than Lando Norris is to Charles Leclerc. But I wonder if his tyres just needed cooling down a lot. He was already starting to drop back before the VSC.
But it's on their dashboard of whether they're above or below the delta, the difference that they're allowed to do. But whatever it is,
I don't know if I'm
Ferrari
gonna
looked
watch
like it
the
was
whole race,
better,
to be
more
honest.
efficient, pushing the limits harder.
Unless things
because,
happen.
It's definitely cost Norris.
I don't know,
quite
I
a
don't
lot of
really enjoy
meters.
Austin.
Any thoughts, Corinne Shandrock at Sky Race Control?
No, I'm just trying to have a look at that. There was no complaining on the radio I could hear of there.
No.
But one
You
thing
know
that
what?
has
But
come
also
out on
what I've
radio
learned
is
with Formula
a
1,
challenge from Oscar
anything
Piastri that the
can
people
happen.
with the hard tyres seem to be
Thank
struggling.
you,
The hard tyres
NK,
doesn't
for
seem
the,
to
what is that?
be
Crystal
performing.
Rose, that's
So they're all having to think
anything
about
can
how
happen in
early
Formula 1. You
they
know,
pit,
somebody
because you
can
can't
crash
do a long stint on a hard tyre if it's
and
too
they're
slow.
out.
Yeah. That's
And they have to
bad
retire
news,
the
I
car.
think, for Charles Leclerc on
And
the
then
soft
the
as
person
well.
that should use the
Who might be
specs
going, thinking,
to win
soft
wins.
car, if that's the way to go in this. Might need to go soft, medium now. If everyone
Anything
else
can
is
happen
on
in
stop, and
Formula
that's the
1, to be
fastest way to
honest.
run it.
It always
Let's watch it,
Ferrari
see
when we're on board, the
what will happen.
downshifts always sound like breaking a bone or something. It's
No,
not it doesn't seem
Carlos.
very sweet on its downshift.
Carlos
Sorry,
Sainz
buddy.
wanders back then into the paddock. This time last year, he came back after standing on the second step on
At
the
least
podium.
Carlos
clutching the
has a
trophy.
podium.
Clutching
You
much
know,
here,
at least
maybe
he got
scores as he
P3.
goes to see the
Not
stewards
so
a
long
little bit
ago,
later
so
on after the race to explain what
at least he
happened.
has
That will be
something.
investigated once we're done with the 56 laps here. And so far, after 10
Okay,
of them,
guys, I need
Max
to see
Verstappen has
something.
led
I
the
need to
way.
see
His gap now under 3 seconds to Charles Leclerc. The
some
gap to Lando
overtaking. I
Norris,
need to
which
see
was
some
half a second, is now nearer 2
stuff
seconds.
happening.
Lewis Hamilton not in DRS range runs in 4th. Then Piastri
And this is why I watch Formula 1, because
Sonoda, who's had an excellent race so far after starting 13th, is up to 7th. Made a lot of places up in the sprint race yesterday. And Ollie Bevan's back in 8th because of that Carlos Sainz and Kimi Antonelli moment.
However, guys,
Hopefully
Formula 1
Alonso
is going to come to
complete the
Africa. Are we
points
going to
that
go
we
watch
lost.
together?
Carlos Sainz with this race. Kimi Antonelli is still running. He hasn't been into the pits. Alex Albon has.
It's no problem. Doesn't look or feel great.
That's the last
which is
thing we
unusual
want
in
to
a way.
hear right now.
It's an anti-clockwise circuit, so you'd imagine you'd punish your right front harder, except here you've got turns 16, 17 and 18 massively fast and long, actually 4 apexes through there. So that would be hurting his front
Verstappen
left.
is
In many
an
of the
aggressive
left-handers, it's just a
driver. He's not
passenger, but that
gonna...
can sometimes hurt the surface of
He's
the
not
tyre as
good.
well.
He wins
Whatever
aggressively.
caused Lando Norris
Nah,
to
bruh,
drop a lot
have you-
further back
nah.
behind Charles Leclerc certainly wasn't
But
race
thing
pace,
is,
'cause
I
he's
think Max is a
arriving
good
down
driver.
towards him at an
I think he's a
absolute
very
rate of
good
knots,
driver,
so the
and
gap
I've
down
seen him
below
drive
1.8
very
seconds. So
impressively.
we can see the gap to Hamilton. If
He
the
is
camera winds out a
aggressive.
bit from the helicopter shot, you'll see
And he
how
is
much closer Lando
emotional,
Norris is
but
now,
he's still a good
to
driver.
Charles Leclerc.
And Norris has been on the radio saying exactly the same thing about his front left tyre.
Interesting. So,
I think Max
from
is
what
a
we've
good
seen,
driver.
looks more like Plan B.
Two-stopper, isn't it?
You think so?
Is that for Lando
Well,
or
those
for
softs on the
Oscar?
Ferrari of Leclerc are doing. I know they've had a little breather with the virtual safety car, but they're doing just fine.
Good impression. The Texan
I would
lifestyle,
love
Robin
to
Hood
race
there.
you. Oh, I'm
Martin
not
Brundle.
good at
If you watch Lance Stroll,
gaming,
who
like
got it all
race.
wrong at
Like
turn
if
one,
we're gonna
yesterday,
race and
this
it's a
time
game,
around, didn't lock
I'm not
up,
good
didn't
at
go
it.
into the back of anyone. He's battling
I'm
away
good at
with
watching.
Franco Colapinto. Had
I'm
a
not
5
good-
place grid penalty for running
not
into
good
the
at the
back of
other
Esteban
stuff.
Ocon, which in truth didn't make a huge amount of difference to his starting position. But he's got the soft tyre on and is looking to try and make progress ahead of the Argentine.
He's not. Wait, what makes you say that
Score points, a point for Williams
Max is not a
last
good
year.
driver? What
His
makes you say
last
that?
point
Like,
finish in Formula One.
are we watching the same sport?
Tyres for Oscar Piastri certainly seen worse. He'll need to keep running them for a little bit longer. Not making much progress in terms of catching Lewis Hamilton. In fact, he's
We love you. That's all.
dropping
Oh,
a bit.
thank you, Zizi. That's
7/10 of a
cute.
second slower on the last lap than Lewis. Lando, bit by bit, 10th by 10th, still chipping away at Charles Leclerc.
And Russell getting into Piastri's, just about into Piastri's.
What makes you say that he's not a
DRS,
good
and
driver?
Certain parts of the lap stretched out to 1.3 now, but on another computer it's just over a second. So Russell keeping Piastri very
No,
honest.
let's be so honest.
Struggling with their
Remember
tyres.
when
So
the Red Bull
already
car
got an
wasn't...
answer. No,
Like,
McLaren
guys, there's
don't
no
still
way-
have a massive tyre longevity advantage.
I'm getting invited to so many groups because I joined so many group chats on my side, because I joined so many groups at church. Because you know it's good to have community. Now I keep getting like notifications of like added to a group, added to, I think I might have overextended myself, because I have I have 2 groups on Tuesday. I have 1 group on Wednesday. I have a group on Thursday. But I think there's 2 groups on Thursday. I think I overextended myself now.
Stroll on the soft tyres got past Franco Colapinto.
But anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yes, Max proved to us how much of a good driver he is when... I mean, where's Yuki? Where's Yuki right now? Where is Yuki? Yuki P7. But this whole time Yuki has been at the back. Yuki's struggling in that car. Max is pushing that car. Like he rings the car. He makes sure that the car is performing the way he wants it to perform. There's no way we can say Max Verstappen is a bad driver. We've seen him time and time again prove how much of a good driver he is. So many times Max is complaining on the radio, oh, I'm having problems with the tires, I'm having problems with the battery, but he still goes, and you're wondering, dude, didn't you say you have problems with your car? But there you are, there P5.
Yeah, Lance was almost apologising to Ocon before he hit him, but he did come from a very, very long way back. As Norris now,
Ever since I started watching F1, he was
on that lap.
always aggressive towards... Oh, that's why you don't like him, because he was aggressive towards Lewis. I used to feel that way too, but then I started watching the sport for the sport, not to attach like my feelings towards it, you know?
He's very almost within DRS of Leclerc is Lando Norris, isn't he? So he might be next time round. Just a quick one before that fight intensifies.
But yeah, he is an aggressive driver, but he's still a good driver.
Left in their pocket. Whereas if everyone else has to go to a 2-stop and then use the medium again, they want to stay away from the hard tyre, then they've got to use a used medium. So Sonoda running P7 and Ollie Behrman.
What did I post on my Insta story?
Yes, you're not wrong on that one. Yuki Tsunoda, 3 points finishes here in his first 3
Your mom is
races.
a primary school teacher. She's really sweet.
Esteban Ocon.
Yeah.
His struggles down at 16th on the hard time, but he's closing in on Colapinto.
Next time around, Lando Norris will, I think, be in DRS range.
Can you show us the screen? Okay, I'll show you guys just now. Mina, I agree with you. He's great, but Max is also aggressive. He is, but that's his driving style. I realize that a lot of everybody has their driving style, right? Lewis Hamilton is more elegant with it. You know, he's very sophisticated with his driving. Max is just like. Oh, it's Charles Leclerc. I'm still trying to understand Charles Leclerc's driving style.
Yeah, how much longer? Oh, Lando Norris going very wide out of the final corner. That would be.
Oscar is like Max Verstappen, but I personally like Oscar's driving style more than I like Max Verstappen's driving style. I just wish Oscar was more consistent. I don't know what's going on with Oscar right now. I don't know if it's his car or what. Like, I don't know what's going on with him. Dude, can you? What did I post on my Instagram? I don't even have Instagram, so I don't know what to talk about. Hamilton is the world's smooth operator. Isn't that?
I think that was spotted.
Isn't that Carlos?
Led every lap from pole in yesterday's sprint, Max Verstappen, and took the fastest lap as well. At the moment, he's got to make up the fastest lap. Kimi Antonelli's got that, and if he takes a Grand Slam in this, no one's ever done it for both the sprint and the Grand Prix in the same weekend.
I agree, yeah.
Because Charles telling tales out of school there about Lando, and the reason he's doing that is he can see the papaya.
Who's that? Is that Lando? Oh yeah, that's Lando.
And on board now with Lando Norris. Front left tyre, how does that look? That's the one that Oscar Piastri was complaining about.
Yeah, Norris too, a little bit. Judging by how much they're having to lift off in 17, they've not got a whole lot of mechanical grip, and Lando really starting to wring the neck of McLaren. He knows.
Somebody said they wanted to see my screen, so I'm showing you guys for a while.
Have any chance of catching and passing and working Verstappen under pressure? He needs to clear this soft-tired Ferrari of Charles Leclerc.
So the gap is
Ferrari, do something. Do something.
Of turn 1. I dare say it needs to stay exactly there by the time they get to turn 11.
Absolutely, it's not easy to do through here, but you can see the
what happened? Did you deactivate your Instagram? No, I didn't.
Now. That's the traction zones, and it'll be about traction in that turn 11 hairpin, and then the DRS down the straight. And Norris gets a super exit release off turn 9. This is looking good for him. He's got to be so calm, so precise down here. And you can see the rubber flicking off the Ferrari. Good traction from both of them there. Norris has got a chance now when he gets to the end of this straight.
He's got that half a second, and now we'll see that gap come down.
Yeah, we're watching Formula 1.
Ever closer to the Ferrari. Here he comes. Leclerc pushing him towards the outside. Tries the switch back, Lando Norris. That's really nice on the exit. He's alongside the Ferrari. He's trying to hang that out around the outside. Now we switch right-handed and go right again towards the left-hander at turn 15. Leclerc defending for all his might. Norris is going to try to switch back again. This time the Ferrari gets another exit.
That was so close.
Still stays in second.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, that was so close.
There. No contact made. Leclerc
but he's going to catch him. He's going to catch him eventually.
He's placing it in the middle of the racetrack. Good and fair defensive driving.
That was nice racing. That was good racing.
Leave the car's width on the outside each time.
So he did that half a second. Maybe he needs to be just 4 tenths behind coming out of turn 11.
Yeah, once again,
Ferrari,
you have to say the
they are
DRS
just stagnant in one
needs to
position.
be opened a bit earlier. We've lost the effectiveness of it, haven't we, in the last, this season, really.
Although it is worth saying, and McLaren say this themselves, our DRS advantage is
the
not
car is
as
just
significant as other teams. We don't get as much power through the DRS, just simply because of the way our
because they have good
drivers.
They have Charles Leclerc, they have Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, Coffee, just to keep an eye
it has to be the car, right?
Keep an eye out because there's now a gap between Alonso and Hulkenberg of 4 seconds, who are 19 behind Leclerc. So
my brain
just
is
something to keep an
unable
eye
to
on.
fathom
Pit stop
that
last year, about 20 and a half.
Lewis Hamilton
And
cannot
once again,
get past
fighting
Lando
with
Norris.
Leclerc and Norris is bringing
Lewis
Lewis
Hamilton.
Hamilton back into the picture. Norris now has 2
It has to be the
track
car.
limit warnings
It's definitely the car.
already. That's a problem before we're anywhere near half
And
distance.
Shaw
You'll
is
notice
defending.
he's dropped back a bit on this
He's
lap,
defending,
which I dare say
but
is because he's had to recharge and re-energize.
the
his
car is just
batteries
not
that he might
quick.
have used up a bit
Lando
more
is
on the
right there.
previous
He's
lap.
like
Should
right
get a
there.
bit
He's on
closer.
him.
What you're given, it gets taken away again in terms of an
I don't
advantage
know.
or not. You
I don't know what
can't
Ferrari
just
needs to
keep
do.
using
They need to
full
do
battery
something to
power
their
lap
car.
after lap after lap. While we were watching Norris and Leclerc, Bortoletto
Thanks for
pitted,
showing
by
us
the
the
way,
screen. You're
which is
welcome.
significant in the fact that he started on the soft compound tyre. Stroll and Leclerc also on the soft tyre, still running.
Rooting for
Bortoletto's
Piastri. Same. I'm
tyres
also
are
rooting
screaming
for
enough, but we're on
Piastri.
board now with the Mercedes of George Russell.
Ferrari
The
can't
car in
beat
front of
both
him
McLarens
is
unless
Oscar
they make a
Piastri.
silly mistake.
And Russell has got very, very close to Piastri now. And in this lap,
He
in
just
particular,
keeps extending the
looking
gap,
here,
right? He's
been making
gone. I
some
think let's just
strides
accept that
and
Max
getting
has
a bit
won the
closer.
race.
So Piastri's got to watch
Let's
out
just
there,
accept
I
that.
think. And Antonelli getting close.
We're just
on
watching
Isaac
now to
Hadjar,
see who's
down
gonna.
that lap on the
I think
16th.
it's a fight
Verstappen
between
with that
P2,
side,
P3,
7-second lead.
P4. I don't know if
He's
Oscar's
can
even in the
afford
fight.
to wait another lap.
I haven't seen
They
him.
don't have to blink first and pit him. You can wait and see what the opposition does with that buffer. The problem for McLaren, if Ferrari pits first, I don't think they've got a bucket load of spare grip to just charge off down the road and do some hot laps to try to get ahead of them in the strategy.
very
I
good.
don't think they've got enough grip to do that. So this will be a cat and mouse between McLaren and Ferrari. How many decades have Formula 1 commentators been saying that?
Quite. The big cheese, though, in that cat and mouse game today is Max Verstappen. This is playing out absolutely delightfully for him. Here comes Lando Norris again. And I think this time looking a little bit down the inside. Leclerc has gone to the wide right-hand side. Lando needs, I think, a little dive down the inside here. That might be the only way he's going to get past. No chance at turn 14.
Well, remember Charles' party trick yesterday against his teammate, which was quite brutal, against Lewis Hamilton. Down there, I mean, he had him sort of almost on the grass, didn't he? Down on the sort of uncharted territory on the back straight.
So Kimi Antonelli putting pressure on Isaac Hadjar within DRS range. And now we're seeing Lando Norris in DRS range, still putting pressure on Charles Leclerc. There goes Antonelli down the inside on the Racing Bulls. Stays within track limits, and that should get the job done. Antonelli trying to make his way back up after that contact with the Carlos Sainz that was seen.
I mean, he's doing well. He was at Antonelli was at P20. Now he's
Now, once
P16.
again,
He's
they
doing
pulled
well.
away from Lewis Hamilton when they're not squabbling. But Lando desperately needs to get this done.
Ooh,
for his
Yuki has gone up 6
points
places.
today. And just
Stroll
that
has
extra
gone
4
up 6
meters of
places.
grip
That's
and
kind of
confidence
good.
around the outside of turn 1.
I don't know. I
Brought
don't
Leclerc into
really
play here,
look at
and
Lance
it's
Stroll.
really helped Max Verstappen out.
You know,
He's
who
been-
else does?
he
Like,
must
do you
be
guys actually, like,
coasting out there, looking after his
analyze him
tyres so
even? I feel
nicely.
like Lance Stroll just always just
Indeed,
is
and he
in the back
wants,
of
I'm
our
sure,
minds.
to get that second place.
Loki, why is he?
Norris
Yeah.
is still 2 places
Like,
clear of his teammate, who is the championship
nepotism,
leader.
you're-
Once again, the
Seems like a very
rivals,
nice
Oscar Piastri's
concept, but,
rivals,
like,
will be taking more points.
let's see you
than
do
him
something,
if
you know?
It stays this way throughout the race. Norris a bit too far back once again, certainly to make a move. Hamilton is right there, keeping a watching brief, and this is like a patience, jabbing, cat and mouse game.
Who's quicker right now
game,
between
the
Leclerc and
protagonists out
Hamilton?
there is Albon now closing up on Isaac Hadjar, who really is struggling on those hard tyres.
So McLaren need 21 seconds for a stop. They can't do that at the moment. That would put them right back in
Didn't
behind
Antonelli start? He did. He started. Yeah, he started
and try to undercut,
P8.
use the fresh tyres.
And then
And,
him and
so he's
Carlos.
got to carry on.
Carlos bumped
It's
him
not
from the
enough
back.
window
And
to
then
drop
Carlos
into.
got out
The
because
pair
the
now
Williams
wants
car
to
is so
carry on for the
fragile.
time being.
So
there is a window for
Sainz
Leclerc.
is
If he
out.
wanted to pit now,
And
he'd
then
come out
Antonelli
ahead
was
of Fernando
he
Alonso
landed on
and,
P20 because they had a
As I
little
said, same
behind
with Norris,
Alonso,
yeah,
collision
Tsunoda.
thingy.
You don't want to drop into that squabble.
That's very true. Albon on Hadjar. The squad.
You guys wanna see my screen?
You can see on the left-hand side, around the outside, goes Alex Albon trying to do what Sebastian Vettel
How's
did to
Oscar
Kevin
Piastri?
Magnussen
Oscar
a few years
is
ago, but
P5.
not succeeding
P5 right
on,
now.
This particular lap, getting very frustrated, I'm sure, is Alex Albon, who has pitted in this race. He and Gabriel Bortoletto, the only two that have pitted so far.
No, I'm not a ballerina. I just like the ballet shoes. I don't know. It's just very dainty, very girly, you know. That's why I put it there.
He's going to have a go, I think, here. He's within half a second. So,
is that F1? Yeah, it's Formula 1.
Horrible on that left-hand side as the DRS is open now. 21 kilometers an hour of extra speed. Now he's gaining. Leclerc's going to force him wide. This time around, Lando Norris is wheel-to-wheel, but Leclerc could go deeper into the corner. The switchback didn't work there. Norris tries to go round the outside. Looking good for him, and Leclerc absolutely closes the door. Slam shot, says you ain't coming in.
Oh, Charles Leclerc's defending so nicely.
For Lando Norris, then he's really under pressure now on that. So that's his third one for Norris, because he had to take avoiding an accident, but it was still
defending very nicely.
He wasn't left a whole lot of racing space out there, but he's got to keep trying something.
Absolutely. 3 track-limit warnings there for Lando Norris, who I dare say wouldn't mind a change of wind direction, because that tailwind down the back straight is probably making the DRS just that little bit less effective.
What happened to Carlos? He bumped into Kimi.
So Norris
he bumped into Kimi and now he's out.
Is it another bluff by McLaren, or is he going to pit at the end of this lap?
Well, I wish he wins. Wait, who?
Certainly worth something here if you're going onto the medium tyre. If you're going onto the hard, forget it. They take a long time to warm up. So, Ted Kravitz, do you see any activity down in the pit lane?
I see one mechanic having a look at a wheel gun, and that's it. They're about 6 laps too early, and especially if they're all trying to extend the medium tyre because they don't want to go onto the hard. This would be a bit of a weird one, but we've seen other things. Just by the way, while I'm on Crofty, I've asked McLaren what's going on with Oscar Piastri's pace. Just seems so slow compared to Norris. The answer, he is saving his tyres, trying to keep his tyres alive with the issues we've heard he's had with the front. But that gives us some answer as to what happened to Oscar's pace.
They're sabotaging Oscar, guys. They are sabotaging Oscar.
Less than a car's length between Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris at turn 12. But once
sabotaging
again,
Oscar.
Lando Norris has to stay in 3rd place. Lance Stroll is the one that's making moves. Another place up for him. He's currently running 12th. He's got past Pierre Gasly on this lap. So was that a bluff? Pit to overtake. They'll be running out of the garages now.
Stay out, he's been told now. Stay out. But the double issue here, the double jeopardy for McLaren is the pace of that struggling Ferrari on those soft tyres is meaning it means they're not getting the gap behind that the McLaren need to slot him into.
Antonelli, another overtake, up into 15th. Esteban Ocon has been cleared. Isaac Hadj has been cleared. They're on the hard tyre. Antonelli's got Colapinto.
They're on hard?
Warning flag.
Why?
3 strikes.
Okay,
Norris. Another strike, and it's a 5-second penalty. That's an awful long way to go without running.
I don't
know,
Kenny. I just feel like papaya rules, you know. I think they're doing something
it's a struggle
to Oscar's car, because we saw during the week that Zach Brown didn't want to hire Oscar. So what if
so far this
he just doesn't like Oscar? Because I mean, we can all see the favoritism towards Lando, right?
Ferrari has been hanging on to that 2nd place. Now, under 4 tenths between Leclerc and Norris when the DRS opens. This time he'll get
no.
He's got a head. Has to settle for 3rd place as they go through turn 12 on lap 21. He's finally, Lando Norris, got the job done.
And he knew he had to stay in track limits when he got there, and he did. He was super cautious with Lando, but now. Once again, then it all looks a bit wide, but he should be able to scamper off down the road.
I hope he gets it back.
And use the pace he's got in those tyres.
I know you're busy. We just got off 3rd strike, track limits, turn 13. We think you were pushed off, but we've had a black and white flag, so be careful. I know.
Yeah, we have to tell you,
okay, I
we know
you
don't want to hear it, but just so you know, I think is that message there.
But it's just not nice to see.
DRS from Charles Leclerc, of course, down that main straight, but Lando Norris has got better pace, and now he's free. He's only got
I hope Shaw can
11
get that
seconds
position
between
back.
himself and Max Verstappen to
doesn't look like he's already very far
needs a tremendous first sector here.
Ferrari, they need to do something to the car. The car is lacking. There's something wrong with the car.
And coming back at him with an action replay in reverse.
14 points the gap between Piastri and Norris, 40 points the gap between Piastri and Verstappen, if it stays this way between now and the checkered flag. And that then starts to
14 points still a lot.
the mind of even the calmest, coolest, most level-headed championship leader.
Now Ferrari might be thinking of letting Lewis Hamilton through. He's on the medium compound tyres. It won't be long before he's saying, look, he's holding me up. I need to get
Ferrari is not going to make their comeback today. I don't see it happening.
But Charles Leclerc's not going to make that easy, is he?
Well, he's not.
At all.
Hamilton is faster than Leclerc right now.
Slightest.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hamilton, Leclerc forces him wide. They almost make contact. The two Ferraris scrapping away just like they were in the sprint race yesterday. When Hamilton did manage to get past on this occasion, it hasn't happened yet. But let's try the old switchback once more, and not to be done. Ferrari, no podium finishes in the last 5 races. They're running in the podium at the moment, and they're almost running each other off the road.
Yeah, they're going to pit Leclerc. That was silly holding Lewis up on that lap like that.
That was very silly. Like they could have
give him a lap extra over Lewis on the fresh tyres. This will also
guys,
catch
you know what?
McLaren's attention.
Being a Ferrari fan is not for the weak. Genuinely. Because what did I just... Oh my gosh.
To pit Norris right now.
To cover him, or they just go longer and think a tyre offset at the end helps them.
Yeah, but of course they've got to go on to soft tyres, haven't they, McLaren? Whereas he's now got the mediums on, that he'll be able to run to the end of the Grand Prix. So that's quite smart. This is working out well for Ferrari. But how much pace has Lando Norris got to stretch out this part of this phase of the Grand Prix? Ted.
And because Leclerc started on the soft, it's a brand new medium, Martin. He's just put on. So he's going to be as quick as lightning, isn't he, out there? No response.
Why didn't he start with the... Okay, it's fine.
Lewis Hamilton just
he's on medium now. It's fine.
Now he's
see what happens.
Freed up and has a bit of clear air ahead of him. So the first of the...
What channel is this? I think it's 206.
Top 3 has pitted. Charles Leclerc.
Guys, if Hamilton stays on P3 by lap 30, he's on P3, I'm gonna go put on my Ferrari merch because that means he's gonna win P3 and he's gonna be on the podium.
Yeah, that was a bit of hard work there, so glad we cleared him, but let's see how our pace
Hamilton,
is
please.
What's the feedback from
you have
Oscar?
to stay where you
struggling a little bit.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the pace this
Hamilton
weekend
needs to
that
stay where he
Lando's
is.
had. So I think what you see is what you got there, and Lando will see if there's any more pace. Trying to figure out what our tire
Hamilton is P3 now.
Sequence is here.
Hamilton
Zach,
went
you are
up
one
to
of the
P3.
chirpiest, most cheeriest people I've ever come across. Not just in Formula 1,
He was
but is this
P5.
been a
He
bit of a
started on
depressing weekend for you?
P5. Now he's on P3.
Well, it's been a tough weekend, but not depressing. Tough weekend, you're going to have it, but long way to go. P2, P4 at the moment, so let's see how we finish.
Zach, thanks ever so much. We're on board with Lewis Hamilton running in 3rd place in Austin.
So little grip in that Ferrari at the moment on those tyres, Lewis Hamilton.
Got this.
He's going nicely, don't get me wrong, but you can just tell how long he has to wait on the apexes of the corners
that car's not good.
before he can get back on
It's
the
not a good
program.
car. You can see him
finishes
struggling.
here in Austin for Lewis Hamilton. 10th will be his first podium
Ferrari
finish
needs to go
for
back to
Ferrari in his 19th Grand Prix start for Ferrari. Was it not Didier Pironi all those years ago? He needed 19 races to score his first podium for the team. He won the San Marino Grand Prix in 1982. That's the longest run by any Ferrari driver before securing a Grand Prix podium. Could history be about to repeat itself and Lewis Hamilton stand on the podium for the first time as a Ferrari driver? He, of course, does have to pit again.
I think Leclerc's babysitting his fresh tyres. We're not seeing stunning sector times, and nor should we really, otherwise he'll take too much life out of them. He needs to bring those new tyres in to coax them to the end of the Grand Prix, does Charles Leclerc. But the telling point for him is he will catch Hülkenberg, Beerman and Tsunoda relatively quickly.
Kind of wants to catch them, Martin, just as they think it's about time to pit.
Yeah.
But when you start on the soft tyre and they're on the mediums, that is easier said than done, because you're going to have to go a lot slower than you possibly want to do. That's the trouble with a two-stop strategy. It might enable you to
Hamilton
push
is doing the
forward.
most,
Overtaking is
bro.
that much more
He's
difficult
winning
today.
today. I hope he gets
Hanging
P3.
around for a one-stopper and keeping track
I really
position
hope
might
so.
be the way forward. We're
You
on
know what
board
would be
car
really
23,
great?
who is having to make his way through the field. Alex Albon.
If Norris
As
catches
Esteban Ocon
Verstappen,
is the next car ahead of him.
and then they
He
start
does,
fighting, because
Ocon's
you know
in
when
the
they
best.
start
It's nice
fighting,
when you see a car
things
peel
happen,
off in front of you. You could
and
really
then
do
something
with getting rid
happens,
of.
and then through
The
goes
flip side of
Hamilton.
that is coming down the pit straight and seeing the car that you thought you
That
were
would be
ahead of
so good,
emerge in
actually.
front of you. And when you're sitting in the pit lane or travelling down
Whatever
the
I
pit lane,
speak
and they're
is
flat
gonna
out
come to
down the
pass.
pit straight,
Lewis
you just feel
Hamilton
like you're being left behind.
is definitely going to be on podium
Ocon
today.
then will come out right at the back of the
Yep, I'm
19
saying it.
runners still left in this race. Carlos Sainz, the one driver to retire after he went down the inside on Kimi Antonelli, made contact, too much damage on the Williams. Antonelli sent into the gravel, and he's recovered now to 14th in this race. As we start lap 26 of 56, there's your race leader. Barely talked about him.
Oh, he's
barely had
gone.
any
He's
threat
in a league of his
whatsoever.
own. He's
After
there.
1 second
He's
gap
way
at the end of the
ahead
lap.
there by
This is
himself.
back
Nobody's
to
even
vintage
catching
Max
him.
Verstappen territory this afternoon.
It is, isn't it?
Nobody's even close to Max
He's
right
looked so
now.
comfortable, hasn't he? He's qualifying his starts, pacing himself, and a class of one out the front there.
Every time he speaks, you can see he's in a very happy zone at the moment, on track and off track. A journalist asked him on Thursday, what are your chances of winning the championship? He said 50-50.
Are you a ballet dancer? No, I'm
taking
not.
each race as it comes. I'm
I
not
just
thinking
really like the
end
the
of the race
ballet
that we're at,
shoes
and that's the
emoji.
way
I think
it's
it's
going to be
really
between
cute.
now and the end of the season.
Yeah, indeed. And that's all he just
I should
managed down
change it to the
expectations. He's still got to
cross.
take a lot of points off the McLarens every race.
Yeah, I should
But,
change it to the cross.
If they continue to perform like this, then that's sort of doable. Although I think McLaren are really hurting for not having the knowledge of yesterday's race. That first corner collision between the pair of them
You know what?
and
I
many
think
others
McLaren
has really hurt them. So now we're
is
up
really
with
focused
Leclerc
on
as he
the
starts to catch
Constructors' Championship.
the
Now that they
Sauber
have
and
it,
Nico Hülkenberg.
they don't really care.
Hülkenberg really struggling to turn the car. So Leclerc,
I feel like
will sail
they
past
think, okay,
the
if it's not Lando,
similarly
then
engined Sauber.
because I
down the
don't
back
see them
straight.
making an
I don't
effort
think
for
Leclerc-
Oscar
I
at
don't think
all.
Hülkenberg will fight that one too hard.
I don't see them
He
pushing
did
the
not.
best strategies for
Charles Leclerc
him.
Up into 8th place. Leaves
It's always
Hülkenberg
just
in
like,
ninth.
oh,
Still in
Oscar,
the points,
what
where he
strategy
hasn't
do you think
finished
is best?
since Silverstone.
But with
He got that
Lando,
podium, of course. On a pointless
because
run of
obviously
F1
they see
races
everything. With
ever
Lando, they
since
tell him,
then.
okay, this is what we want to do, this is what we
Gap
want to do.
remains 11 seconds.
With Oscar, they just
out
kind of
in
let him
front.
be
Lando
him.
Norris now in second place. Charles Leclerc
They don't
pitting.
really
He's
help
left in
him.
33 laps to go to the end on the medium tyre. Last year, the longest medium tyre stint was 32 laps by Oscar Piastri, just to give you a bit of context. Alex Albon has caught Franco Colapinto. Alex Albon has passed Franco Colapinto. Unless Colapinto can steam down the inside just like that. That was very nearly contact with the front wing of the Williams, but Albon looks to have judged it absolutely perfectly as he retakes that position and scampers round the right
that was nice racing.
into 15th place.
Those kind of sections, we had them in Hockenheim, we had them in Istanbul.
My money
Those
is
kind
on
of sections
Piastri to
always
make the
generate
podium. Oh, he's
overtaking.
not.
Because in the end, you just can't keep defending.
Wait, you think?
Yeah, we think maybe conditions are changing a little bit here, Max.
Now we saw that.
That would be a surprising turn of events.
With the track getting melted
Actually,
by
if
the hot
Oscar
sun,
actually does make it
starting
on
to get
podium.
a little bit slower, a bit of a
But let's not-
glaze on the surface as well. Could that be what Max
Let's not
Verstappen is
predict
talking
it
about?
until everybody has pitted.
Yeah, I think, it might
think
be
once
the
everyone
wind
has
conditions
pitted,
as well, but
they
Max
will
still
know,
hasn't got any
okay,
back
so when I
markers
like, it's
in
okay, what's
sight for
happening?
a lot of laps yet, and he's got half a pit stop advantage in his pocket. They really can. I think that was just general conversation going on there. They really can just keep pushing and waiting for the others, and then they've got
What a
two
lonely
laps to
race
react
for
if they
Max.
want
I
to.
know, right? He's
Yeah,
out
pick their
there.
focus on that one. No
He's
need
really-
to hurry.
yeah.
Ted Kravitz
He's out of
looking
there.
at the pit lane that's kind of devoid of action so far, and we're at lap 28.
So far, but we're just approaching. Go make your cup of tea now.
I think everybody's
everyone,
gonna do a
because
one-stop.
In about 2 or 3 laps time.
I think
it'll
everybody's
be
doing
then
like
that
a
they can
one-stop
put the soft
strategy.
tyre on and have a decent enough chance of going to the end. So I think from lap 30,
Besides Leclerc,
lap
I don't
32,
see Leclerc
something
doing
like
a
that,
one-stop.
then you can put the soft
He already
tyre on
pitted.
and
I
go
don't
to the end. So that's what we're looking at strategy-wise.
He'll be able to
The
last
top 7
till the
now,
end of the
down to
race.
Behrman, all just hanging it out on the medium, then go to the soft.
But Leclerc's not going as fast as I thought he would be. He's done 39.4, for example. Norris is 39.7. Leclerc on the fresh medium tyres. We know he's going to have to eke those out a little bit, but I really thought he would be flying along a little bit faster than that.
Isn't the case, maybe as we saw yesterday, that on the medium tyre, the Ferrari didn't have the pace relative to the others than they have on the
I don't know why Ferrari does not learn. Do they not take
Ferrari
notes?
Hamilton been told to lift the coast, Lyco.
Have
That
meetings
means
and
lift
stuff?
off before the corner. We're not on board with him at the moment. Let the aerodynamics slow the car down, and then hit the brakes. That's probably.
Just finished giving thank you. I actually haven't done my nighttime routine. I need to do it
a little bit
after the race.
as well, because
I'll
we've
do
not
my nighttime.
really had. We had that little bit of virtual safety car. They all start the race under fueled. You don't want to carry any spare fuel around with you.
Charles Leclerc up into 7th place. That headwind into the S's was producing the sort of conditions that could improve lap times by about 2 seconds a lap, because you get more downforce through the S's compared to what the drivers were doing on Friday, which of course is going to use up that little bit more fuel because you can go faster. So fuel could be that, but are Ferrari worried about plank wear again?
Well, we know that Ferrari only works when it's really low to the ground, and plank wear underneath. There's like a legality.
Ooh, that's a long pit stop,
and it's protected heavily by skid
really
blocks.
long.
If you wear that too much, you will be thrown out, and Ferrari know that painfully well.
I don't think Alpine or the cars at the back really care. I don't think they're even trying, to be fair.
Gasly's stop was a little bit slower than they would have wanted at Alpine. Stroll now comes into the pits.
Okay, thank you.
Lots of chat on the radio talking about extending the
avoiding
the hard tyre and switching to the soft. So obviously what they're trying to do is make this stint on the mediums as long as possible.
When I'm watching Formula 1, I'm just like, nothing can be happening during the race, but my eyes are just like...
Thoughts on the soft to get to the end from there? I think difficult for me out. Copy.
So, can you go another 10 laps or so?
Yeah, the follow-on to that conversation was difficult from here. Let's try and extend.
Let's see.
Yeah, so nobody's been out on the hard compound tyres looking particularly fast, have they, earlier
Ferrari
on?
let me down. Ferrari let all of us down.
Target then for Charles Leclerc. It will sweep around the outside.
Hamilton can stay on P3, it would be a miracle.
Than the previous 2 overtakes, but he's got the job done. 6th place now for Charles Leclerc and George Russell.
And you know what's crazy? We all had very high hopes. Remember in the beginning of the season, when Hamilton was posing there by the Ferrari house, and it was looking good, like he looked so nice and red. And then the season started and we're just like, But you know what? I understand. I truly get it, because when it's your first year in the team, you do have a little bit of nerves. You need to get used to the car. So I'm giving him some grace. I'm not expecting too much from Hamilton. Not gonna lie. Perfect drive, weak car, 100%. 100%. I was saying this the whole time. There's just something wrong with the car. Like something is just not clicking with the Ferrari car. They haven't gotten it yet.
A pit stop is 21 seconds. So McLaren extending and Norris putting in the good laps.
Oscar Russell is within undercut range. Would you prefer to pit first onto a soft, or let him go and have to pass on track?
No pits.
Probably go first.
So yeah, avoid any drama, avoid any dangers of possible contact. Get in.
I'd rather defend than attack. Yeah, that probably sums up Oscar's weekend. It's been a difficult weekend for him, hasn't it? But
it has been.
He is still very much up there in 4th place.
Yeah,
and would still lead the World Championship.
Well, I'm going to say from 5th down to Hadjar in last place, but they quite like the difficult weekend.
I don't know, Oscar needs to bounce back. He needs to dig deep and find something in him.
Difficult weekend than Oscar Piastri.
I really want him to be our new champion.
So Team Radio Crofty, I think Mercedes are going to react and try and see that one off at the pass. I think we might have both of them in.
Oscar is boxing.
Yeah, there's Piastri in now.
Yeah, George Russell's actually coming
no, they've gone back in. Yeah, they've gone back in. So they were thinking of seeing that off. Mercedes were thinking of seeing that off at the pass.
Let's
but
see
no,
where
it is
he...
Piastri.
Oh,
used
set of softs.
Behind the
On
clear.
he goes. So he'll be heading up to turn 1 behind Nico Hulkenberg. The gap between Hulkenberg and Alonso is so wide you could fit many Formula 1 cars into it, because that is the next car coming through now. So it's a long way. 31 lap.
Guys, I don't know about this race. I'm not gonna. I can't even predict what's gonna happen
now for Oscar Piastri.
It is. He's in reasonably
It's
clear.
really up in the air.
Then he got Hulkenberg to
My
pass
guy
between
needs
him
one
and
constructive
Leclerc.
championship
Mercedes
to
have
be
played
good.
the do whatever he doesn't do and stayed on track.
He needs.
As George Russell
He doesn't.
stay
To
on
be
track
fair, I don't
down
think
at turn 12.
Hamilton needs another
And
championship.
yes, that
He
means
is
then
already
that
the
Piastri
best
he's got to
driver in
babysit
this
those tyres a
generation.
little bit
He
towards
has
the
the
end,
most
but he'll have
championships
track position
in this
as long as he
generation.
doesn't punish them
I don't
too
think he
much,
needs another. I
but,
think he just
it
wants
is
another
a very
one,
long way to go.
which would be nice, you know.
4/10 of extra babysitting points.
I think he likes the number
That
8.
lock-up
It has a
by
nice
George
ring
Russell.
to it. Oh, 8-time champion, you know. It has a
And
nice
also,
ring
of
to it.
course,
Like,
burned
he has
up
the
more than
most
half your fuel load.
championships right now.
They
He's
started
okay.
with
He's already the
10
GOAT.
kilograms of fuel on board. That's like putting 2 light passengers in the car with you.
So there's that current gap between George Russell and Oscar Piastri, 17.9
Hello,
seconds.
Kay, hi.
Piastri would still be ahead of it, Lewis. Hamilton coming into the pits for
Hamilton is
tyres.
pitting
His
now.
teammate has been running now. That's, his teammate Charles Leclerc has been running his medium tyres for 8. 2.6
Oh, hi SB.
6, it was 2.3 for Piastri. Ferrari got a chance to win this year's pit stop championship.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch this
Yeah,
whole
if they
race.
can,
To be
you
fair,
get points for pit stops and how fast you are, and if they can outscore Red Bull.
I might just. But let me interact with you guys.
Something like that.
Because
they could
right
be
now
the,
everything's pretty
the pit stop
mundane.
champions of 2025. If you remember when Fred Vasseur came as team principals, one of the first things he had to sort out was the pit stops. Which seems like Fred has sorted that out. He got a vote of confidence yesterday from the Ferrari chairman, John Elkin. Antonelli comes into pits.
Guys,
And,
have you...
to be honest, I'm surprised that he's managed to keep his medium tyres going for so long, given how much gravel was on them when he got hit by Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, and unsurprisingly, given the advantage he had over him, Hamilton has emerged from the pits ahead of Oscar Piastri, who was there in front of us.
Karoon, to you.
Yeah, just I've been watching the time stuff between Norris and Leclerc. Martin mentioned fuel last goal was 21 seconds. That gap has come down now. Leclerc unleashing the pace. He's on fresher mediums, of course. That gap.
2 seconds.
Box. Yep, box is lap.
Yeah, the gap is only 18 seconds.
Okay.
So Norris will come up behind
Lando
Leclerc
is boxing.
and have to overtake the Ferrari on track once again.
Yeah, and we saw how long that took before, but this time around it will be soft tyres for Lando Norris, medium tyres for Charles Leclerc. That was quite a slow stop there. So as George Russell goes through, here comes Charles Leclerc going through, 3.8 seconds station.
Okay, Leclerc came out ahead of Lando.
Again.
Absolutely. And obviously Red Bull will now react. They can do what they like basically out there. But it's weird,
So
isn't it?
basically,
The second stop
Leclerc P2.
seems to always be the tricky one. Like on the resets, something's not quite gelling, is it?
And if it's something with the wheel guns and something with the kit, they're going to have
Let
to
me
put
not
up
get
with
my
that
hopes up
between now
because
and the end
what
of the
Ferrari
season,
does, it
because they won't
looks
be
like
able
the
to fix
strategy is
things.
working,
Yeah,
and then
1.5
somewhere if they
seconds
fall
at
off.
the end of the Grand
Because
Prix could
Russell,
make a big
okay,
difference.
Verstappen,
We shall see.
P1,
on lap 33,
Russell,
and the driver
P2,
before
but
he won the
Russell
World
hasn't
Championship,
pitted yet,
who won
right?
lap
So
number
he's
33
basically not
is
P2,
leading
he's like somewhere. I don't know where he is.
almost 33 seconds. No,
And then
no,
Leclerc,
not at all, a third of that.
P3,
And then
which
11
means
second
Leclerc's
gap
basically
on Lando
P2.
Norris when Norris pitted. Let's have a look here. That's why Lando was so insistent that it was box now, because he just locked up.
But at least he didn't go off the track. Otherwise, he'd have got a 5.
Let's not get our hopes up. But it looks like
Into the pits.
Ferrari
Comes
might have a
Max
good
Verstappen
race
at the
today.
pit stop. Is probably the biggest
not get our
threat
hopes
to
up,
Max
though.
Verstappen and victory here this afternoon, because no one on track can hold a candle to him in terms of pace. And the clock is ticking, and they're waiting for him. He stops
Guys,
and
it's
then
looking
backs up
really
and
good for
goes
Ferrari.
Jack.
But I have,
Pit stop, was it? 2.6
they've disappointed
seconds,
us so
solid
much.
And out he goes again. George Russell will be coming into
We
pit.
all
We'll
know
watch this
Russell
one
win this.
with a
Oh,
bit more of a
please.
keen
Russell has
interest
no
to see
chance of winning
where
this.
Oscar Piastri is when Russell comes out. But there's Verstappen into the pits. and
Okay,
he
Russell
carries
is
on
pitting
in
now.
the
Let's
lead
see
of
where
this
he
race.
ends up.
Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris in third. stop there for Russell. Beautifully executed by the Mercedes team. 2.3 seconds. Piastri is powering his way down the main straight towards turn 1.
right
80 kilometers
now.
an hour for George Russell until he gets to the line. And as he gets to the line, he can almost see the McLaren disappearing through turn 1.
George Russell
people
P6.
doing 32 different manoeuvres on a pit stop in just over 2 seconds. That just shouts F1 to me.
Just a bit. Hulkenberg came into the pits.
Ferrari needs to keep this up.
Ollie Behrman. Everyone has pitted now, at least once I should say, in this race.
Yeah, everybody has pitted, so this is the order right now. Right, Verstappen P1, Leclerc P2, Norris P3. Hamilton needs to do something and get up to P3. But you know what, even if he finishes at P4, I'm happy. Because Ferrari P2 and P4 is pretty good for me.
It's not worked, has it really?
Given how bad it has been.
Nobody fancies very much. Those that did start on it, they didn't really do wonders for them. They got rid of them as soon as they could.
Oh guys, I need to post my updated skincare routine for you guys. Actually, my morning and my night, because I've changed it. I'll post it for you guys. I'll post my morning one for you guys tomorrow.
To promote that two-stopper, if that is the way to go.
Russell will be top 2, but not number 2.
And he goes straight across that and spins around, and somehow Yuki Tsunoda manages to avoid him, and that could have been both cars making contact and out of the race. As it is, Ollie Behrman loses out in terms of track position.
He went for the lunge.
Yeah.
He went for the lunge.
I know, right? We have a chance. I'm so happy. We have a chance of making podium, but I just would have loved it if it were Hamilton. Because Leclerc, we've seen him on podium this season. You know, we haven't seen Hamilton on podium this season. Oh, he locked up.
Behrman will say, look, he changed direction. He changed direction while I was in mid-manoeuvre. There's a little swerve to the left. Yeah. So, yeah, there you go.
He moved under braking, says Ollie.
Guys, I don't know how I feel about Yuki's driving.
Back again, but it was too late by that stage.
Yeah.
And Ollie had
Yuki
to go
has his days. Sometimes he's driving and he's like, oh, Yuki.
Sadly, we didn't get to
and then other times it's like, why are you in Formula 1?
Carried on because Hulkenberg has got ahead and moved up into 8th place.
I don't know. What do you guys think of Yuki?
Tyres and flat spotted
Yuki's
tyres
driving
now on Behrman's hats, unfortunately.
Could be a bit costly in terms of his pace from here on in.
Norris is catching Leclerc very quickly. Leclerc only 6.4 behind Verstappen as well. So they've closed up a little bit, haven't they, through the pit stop phase? Because
hello, everybody who just joined the live. Hi.
Yeah, there we go. Just about in the pit stop together. Verstappen.
So how's your spiritual journey going this season? Oh, it's going really good. It's going good. The devil tries me, but I always have my full almost Christ on. It's difficult, but I think after this race we'll talk about that. We'll talk because I do want to check in with you guys and see how you guys are also doing spiritually. You know,
8.4 with third place, 8.4 behind. So it's coming back together, right? What happened on this stop? Looks like he's on his marks.
They needed a second go, didn't they?
Right front gun again. Struggling. It's odd.
You're watching Formula 1? Yes, I'm watching F1.
He definitely needed 2 stabs at that one. Gap's 1.5 seconds between Leclerc and Norris.
Lingo, so you're asking me as if, is there something you want to
to
talk about, or?
It's off the racing line, which makes overtaking that much more difficult.
It's like a goat track down the racing line that they're all got to follow, isn't it? There's so much discarded rubber, and it always comes off at the end of the straights, because that's...
Yo, girl, yo, what's up? My brother in class.
That 36 of 56. It's been a very comfortable afternoon here in Texas so far for Max Verstappen.
Yeah, this is very interesting. Like, usually Austin is very boring.
One short, I think, of the all-time record.
This year is kind of good. Last year was so boring. Yo, last year was so boring. I fell asleep so many times, and I usually don't fall asleep during Formula 1.
He's got to be so careful of track limits.
Well, I was going to just
Awesome
mention
live.
that in a
Thank
moment.
you.
He's on a warning, a black and orange flag, sorry, black and white flag for exceeding track limits 3 times.
Gorgeous
One
girl.
more,
Thank
and it's a
you.
5-second penalty. And of course, he had a 5-second penalty here last year.
Ish
for something
Hamilton's
completely
still on
different, but could do
P4,
without
yeah.
successive
He was the
5-second
P3 for a
penalties
second,
here
got my
at the
hopes up,
circuit
but
of the Americas. He's still catching Leclerc,
P4.
though, as you can see, with the gap now down under 1.3 seconds. Leclerc, I should say, running second for a Ferrari team that are podiumless in the last 5 races. Hamilton
had a chance to take P3.
About 8.5 seconds.
He did.
off the
I
top
don't
3.
think that the
man in
car
Mercedes,
is
the seat
quick.
he used to occupy, Kimi Antonelli, is currently catching
Enough.
Pierre Gasly ahead of him. Antonelli was running beautifully in the points until Carlos Sainz went down the inside, and they both made
I think
contact.
the car,
They're both going to have to
they're
see the
good at
stewards about that
defending,
after the
but
race.
they're just not
Lando might be
good
on the soft
at
compound tyre. It'll give him more
catching
grip,
up.
but it's 10 laps younger than the tyres on the Ferrari of young Charlie Leclerc there.
Antonelli making good use of his soft compound tyre that he's had on for 5 laps.
I think that's the
against
best
Pierre
way to
Gasly,
sum
who's
up
been
the
on for
car
9,
this season.
and making the move into turn 1. 14th place for him. Bortoletto, first driver to stop twice in this race. His mediums lasted for 22 laps before he decided it was actually worth getting out and putting another set of tyres on. And Alex Albon, sorry, I missed that on the screen, has stopped twice too. Currently running in 10th place, but he had to stop way earlier in this race after being hit by Bortoletto in the opening lap.
Yeah, that McLaren was moving around again. Lando thrashing it for all it's worth, as you can see. Now that he's in DRS range, Karuna Sky Race control.
Nicholas Joseph's been listening to you, Martin, because he's just told Lando Norris, don't hate me, but no more track
He actually
limits.
needs to, pull his socks up to defend his standing in the championship.
An extra 5 seconds, not impossible, but it'll just make it harder for him to get the extra
He needs
points
to
in
win
second place.
Gabriel
two more
Bortoletto
races.
is another facing the doom of the black and white
Oscar
flag.
Naya, he's stressing
The
me.
potential of a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits, as is Alex Albon. He's the latest to be
I
shown
won't lie,
that
my
black and white
friend.
flag.
Listen to
Right,
this
here's
until
Lando
today. I
Norris
love
within
seeing
9
you.
tenths of a
Oh,
second
that's
down
really
that
sweet,
back straight
Leander.
on a
Thank
soft
you.
tyre. Is there
I'm in a
enough
season
pace
of
in the
praying and
McLaren this time
fasting. The
around to
flesh
make
is
a
weak,
move?
but the
It's
spirit is willing.
Ferrari
Yes!
getting
We
field
love
of
to
vision, but
see
he's around
that.
for a second behind as they head
We
down
love to
towards
see
turn
that.
12.
Oh, I
We
love
saw
hearing
before,
that.
didn't we,
That's good.
he needed to
That's
be
really
within
good.
2 or 3 almost need to be on his tail, basically, coming out of turn 11. If he was going to
Always
breeze
stop the
past
flash.
Ferrari
I love
with his
that.
rear wing open.
The thing is here, he's getting such good traction coming out of these slow corners. I dare say he might be able to make a move into turn 1 this time around. Off the,
I love
the
that.
final
I actually
corner
really like.
at
I actually
Turkey.
really like
He'll
that.
get a much better exit if he gets it right. We'll see. Because look, he's within half a second here. Well, it was before he had to slam the brakes on. Let's have a little look.
Close up at the
What
top of the
season
hill,
am I
isn't he?
in,
It's a
actually?
risky one going up there. It's better to stay neat and tidy. Don't hit the throttle too hard. Don't flash the surface temperature of your rear tyres up. It was
I think
very
I'm
neat
in my
tidy through there.
restoration
Actually.
season.
So now it's
I
not
see
easy
a
to
lot
follow
of
through. It's not even easy to
who
go
I
through it by
used to
yourself,
be,
frankly,
like
let
the
alone when you're in
good
the turbulent air of another car
and
trying to
godly,
stop
righteous
the
qualities that I
apexes.
used to have are being
And,
restored
Leclerc then
now.
doing enough.
That I'm
in
getting
a way, it's a
closer to
shame
Christ.
for this race.
Yeah, I
because
think I'm in
it's taken
restoration,
away what could have been a
actually.
good race between Verstappen and Norris.
I'm always
But
constantly
Ferrari
starving
today,
my flesh.
They chose a very good
Also,
strategy into the first corner.
I need to do like a dedicated fast
Going on that soft tyre, getting the launch off the line and making the move has
And
brought
then my
dividends
Spotify
for
podcast
Charles
told my
Leclerc.
story, and I would
Lance
love
Stroll's
to
soft
come
compound tyre
and share
too.
your
Lance
story.
Stroll's making a move on
Okay,
Liam
is it
Lawson.
a
Now he's
is
on
it
the
a
mediums into
faith-based
turn 1. Lawson will
podcast?
fight that back down the hill and stay in 11th place. We'll watch that battle as we watch Norris and Leclerc.
Is your podcast like faith-based
Leclerc will
or?
be being reminded also of Norris's track limit delicacy, really. If he's he'll know if he threatens to push him anywhere wide.
I'm watching the
Norris
race
will
as
have to
well.
get out of it.
It's a good
Having
race
said
this
that,
today, actually.
Norris is 9
Last year,
seconds ahead
Austin
of
was so
Hamilton,
boring, but
a
this year
5-second
it's
penalty would still leave him
not a fun.
in his current third position.
you surprised that Sonoda Bearman incident wasn't at least noted by race control? Nothing has come up at all.
I dreamt of you opening up your own church.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, there was
Really?
contact, was there? Actually contact, but
Yes, it's about stories of hope, inspiration, and motivation.
so this is worth an extra 3 World Championship points to Lando Norris if he can pass Charles Leclerc.
This year they're coming with the
In
heat.
what I
Yeah,
think is going to become
100%
an
they are.
incredibly close fight with Max
This
Verstappen
year,
for
what
the
I
World
like about this
Championship.
season is that
And Oscar Piastri, of course.
it's not like you don't blatantly know who's going to win the championship. You know, it's kind of up in the air. Especially, I mean, we know Oscar is leading, but the way he's performing now, it's kind of like, is Oscar going to win? It's like we're on our toes this season. It's not like, you know, Max leading by a landslide and then everybody's just following behind him. So yeah, I guess that's what's nice about this season. Last season was nice towards the end because Lando was giving Max a run for his money, but it was kind of obvious that Max was going to win.
Yeah,
Where are you
Oscar needs a
watching the
solid
race? I'm
weekend
watching
again,
on
doesn't he?
DSTV
Mexico
stream.
next week.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
So Hamilton can overtake?
Very good use.
Where is Hamilton?
So yeah, they were
Didn't you
6
just
lap
hit?
old from qualifying when they went on those tyres, and he's sliding around a lot.
But he just
Oh
did
dear.
it. How is he having
Wow.
problems with this?
That will be music to the ears of everyone at Maranello.
Yeah.
If Charles Leclerc has
Hamilton
spent
is
this
very
race
far.
holding off Lando Norris, it might be slightly easier in the last 15 or so
I want
laps
you to
if
come
the
show your
tyres
story
are
of
gone.
giving
Kimi
your life to
Antonelli is
Christ.
the latest driver to be shown
Okay,
the black and white
DM
flags.
me
There's more
about,
black and
like,
white flag action than Pirates of the Caribbean here this afternoon, Ted.
The details and the particulars and
being
that's
told that
if I can.
he's got the 3 strikes. And he said, why didn't you tell me
Grand
I had
Prix.
2? And his engineer said,
Grand
yes, sorry
Prix.
about that.
Yeah, I'm watching the Grand Prix.
Lando complained about tyres now. This will be more fragile, so I do think we need to look after it most.
I wonder
I
whether
don't think
Verstappen
y'all
thinks
need to
that's
be
enough
doing next
from Norris.
updates. It's like
Because he
in
seems
the
to be
world
going
of his
okay.
own.
Just a line on Oscar Piastri. I'm just looking at his lap times. No improvement, not closing on Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton being dropped himself by this Leclerc and Norris fight. And I know, Crofty, it's already Monday morning in Melbourne.
Absolutely
But
spot
Oscar
on.
Piastri, the weekend he's had, must be feeling like, well, what does a famous commentator say? Like a toothache on a wet Monday morning.
Hello.
Oscar Piastri, just making no impact on this Grand Prix.
Oh no, I hope McLaren hasn't
got taken out. Well, took his teammate out
sucked
by
the life out
extension,
of Oscar.
in the sprint.
Doesn't seem like he's trying.
Lewis Hamilton going on.
Like
So
at
Norris
all.
has been told, let your tyres cool down a bit. They'll come back to you if they're good to go again. So let the surface
Please don't tell me
temperature
Oscar's
just
like
calm a
over
little
it.
bit. Maybe back off a little bit and then come at him. But
Because
as they
that's
were
not
brand spanking new
championship qualities, you know?
soft tyres, the
You
time
can't
down
just
to the tyre difference is
be like,
actually 4 laps. So here Leclerc has got more longevity
stunning.
in his
Thank
tyres.
you.
There's no doubt about it.
Where are you watching I'm watching on
Happy Monday if you're
DSTV.
watching us down in Melbourne. Glad to have your company. It hasn't
The
been
race
best
is
weekend
almost
for Oscar,
finished.
but
This
the
has
new
been a
week and maybe
jam-packed
change of
race.
luck by the time we get to Mexico next week for our latest instalment of this championship.
Oh, next week is
battle,
Mexico?
where either Max Verstappen wins the 5th world title this year, or Lando Norris or Oscar Piastri make a first world title theirs.
I don't know
Well,
why
George
they
Russell
keep
does something
narrating
absolutely
as if
magnificent and
Max
manages
even
to,
stands a chance
to
this
keep
year.
his
He's
championship
third
chances
place.
mathematically alive and a bit more physically alive.
He has a lot of
Interesting,
points.
Martin.
Like,
If Lando Norris does finish third,
okay, but I mean,
he'll be
okay.
what,
Let's
17
see what happens,
points
you guys.
behind
Let's see what
Lando,
happens.
behind Oscar in the championship. How many points did he lose in Zandvoort with that DNF? 18 points.
Yeah.
I know championships are not won and lost with one particular race, but it's
Nice restoration
and the
as
clout
you
in
are
Canada,
seeking
of
in
course.
this
The clout in
kingdom,
Canada
the spirit
too.
to
At the back
receive
of Piastri's
revelation.
car.
Oh yeah,
Luckily,
100%.
Piastri was able to carry on, but watching Lando coming out
Definitely.
of the turn 11 hairpin at the far end of the track, he was struggling for traction. Back end of the car was sliding around. So let's see if he can bring those tyres back to life and have a final run in the closing stages of this Grand Prix.
So you don't think Lando was bluffing in any way, shape or form about those tyres?
No, I think they're too hot.
And that's the state of the tyres, and that's the slide in slow motion that you can see, and every time that happens, it puts more heat through the tyres and affects the surface and slows you down.
Very light graining on those tyres.
Yes, Max is third place. He's P3 right now in the championship.
Yeah, it's very mild graining, but you just...
Guys, Hamilton might have a problem.
Consistent
Hamilton has a problem.
So Verstappen's saying he's sliding around a lot. He's keeping his lead. Norris just had a really scruffy lap somewhere and has dropped down to 2.2 seconds behind, or indeed letting that gap just build. So why would Max Verstappen suddenly be sliding around a lot? Meanwhile, let's talk to
guys, let's not even talk about
Lando's
Hamilton.
definitely need to cool the tyres down.
My heart just breaks every time.
It's tricky, Martin, isn't it? Because you get to that crossover point where they've now all done 10 laps, 10, 11, 12 laps in this stint, plus the 16 laps. That's a crossover where the medium starts to be quicker. And I think that's what Ferrari are hoping on. They just need to hang on a couple more laps, and then they have the tyre advantage with longevity on the medium.
So I wonder, 7 seconds, just under, between Verstappen and Leclerc. Is that a big enough buffer for Max Verstappen to hold on comfortably between now and the end of the race? I mean, time will tell as he crosses the line, puts in a 1:38.5, and Charles Leclerc crosses the line and puts in a 1:38.6. So last lap, Max was actually a tenth of a second faster, and it all happened for him really in the middle and the final stint sector. Just looks so comfortable and pedestrian through such a violent part of the track. It's untrue.
It looks beautifully balanced. Just gently picking up the throttle, not riding too many curbs.
Yeah, nothing's happening now.
And Red Bull is unquestionably back on form with the aerodynamic changes. I heard that they've had 6 changes to their front wing, but they've energised the aerodynamics on this car. I think they lowered...
Is the race over? Not officially, but...
I was hearing as well, but whatever they...
It's not officially over, but I'm sure the standing right now, I think, will be the standing.
He needs to just serenely sweep through those series of corners.
So almost like he's pushing the pram with his young daughter in it along the Monaco seafront on a Sunday
there isn't
afternoon.
much happening right now. The gaps are very
driving. He's not had a race anymore in this race today since turn 1. Around the circuit of the Americas.
Yeah.
Lando reporting, I haven't got the grip. I just don't have the grip. I'm slowing down now. So
shame Ferrari needs to ask engine from Red Bull as well. Hey.
There's the current gap between first
and
second. Lance Stroll is still within DRS range.
They've cut the code on racing.
Going on
I think they're cheap because they didn't start the season off very well. Now look, the car wasn't good. The car wasn't good in the beginning of the season.
Mercedes only picking up 8 points. It's a good weekend for Ferrari. In all honesty, 30 points. They're going to get in the Grand Prix. They'll be only 4 points behind Mercedes. That by the end of this race.
Yeah, the top 3 then were within a tenth of a second basically on the previous lap. There's nothing to choose between them. And
at least Leclerc will be P2.
The soft medium. Remember, he was the outlier on the track, wasn't he, in terms of tyre choice? In the top 15 was Charles Leclerc, and it's worked a treat.
Ted Kravitz, to you.
What's with Max Leclerc? You don't know.
And you know,
Charles Leclerc.
We're a little bit unkind to the Ferrari guys and their strategies.
Do you know Lewis Hamilton?
We'll get back to you, chat, and wondering about some of their calls. But they've got it absolutely spot on today with Charles Leclerc. We might have questioned him starting on the soft tyre, but soft medium has turned out to be the genius strategy.
It would make me so happy.
It's worked really well for Charles Leclerc. Lewis Hamilton's also going to deliver, running comfortably ahead of Oscar Piastri. Piastri's no threat at all to Hamilton. Hamilton's running really well behind there, behind Norris. And that, for the constructors' crofty for Ferrari, is going to mean a big points payday. Because Russell only 6th, and Antonelli out of the points.
Just so there'll be 4 points between them by the end of this race. Constructors champions, as I said, McLaren. Their CEO is Zach Brown. Zach, thanks for joining us. This race could have been so different. It isn't. It looks like Lando is going to have to put up with third place here. What are the state of his tyres that you're hearing?
Yeah, not great. I think had we got past Leclerc earlier on, maybe we would have given Max a race, but we did it, so we haven't. So all we can try and do now is get in front of Leclerc. Verstappen's out of reach.
Yeah, it's going to be time for a reset, Zach, isn't it, this week, and just calm everything down and look forward to Mexico.
This is the perfect chance.
Yeah, 100%. Dust ourselves off from a less than stellar weekend and go again in Mexico.
How Norris, Leclerc, Piastri, Hamilton, Labo are the others.
Pit stop again.
How, when you said you only know Max and Jen.
Is there a problem with the hardware that's causing this?
This race without a safety car is hella. I know, I also like safety cars. It just gives like a nice reset to everything, you know? But they did have a virtual safety car.
Thanks, Zach.
But that was just a virtual safety car.
This weekend. Lap 46 of 56. As it stands, Martin, in the top
10 more laps. Okay, I'm ready for this race to be done, so I'm very hopeful now.
In the battle for 10th place.
Possibly, yeah. It's Mercedes have George Russell now half a minute off the lead, so they look pretty good, didn't they, in the sprint yesterday? Russell even having a bit of a risky move to take the lead, but they've not really been at the races today in full race trim for the full distance. Have Mercedes-Benz, unfortunately, and that's a surprise. The cars, we were talking to Ferrari this morning, like, why were you struggling Friday? Suddenly you look good in the race. They said that these cars are so knife-edge to get right, and 2 or 3 degrees of track surface temperature or a bit of a change of wind strength or direction energizes or destroys the balance of the car. I think that's what we've seen this season long, isn't it?
I feel like Max Verstappen just brings an element to the sports that he's the only one who can bring it, you know?
In 17th place as he closes on Pierre Gasly. I'd quite like to see
I feel like Formula One would be boring without Max.
Alonso, Lawson, Stroll are getting quite close together, and I think that is going to go on right to the finish. Nico Hülkenberg started 11th, running in the points now in 8th. Behrman is not far behind him, and he was another 0.2 faster on the previous lap. 6.6 seconds, the difference between Max Verstappen and
Lando's your guy. Why?
Leclerc on the mediums, playing a waiting game.
Why do you like Lando?
And wondering when they can go and get Max Verstappen. And if they can go and get Max Verstappen. Now
they cannot get Max Verstappen.
Because this is the closest battle on the track apart from Isaac Hadjar for 16th as he goes down
Max
the inside
is struggling a little
Pierre
bit.
Gasly.
But he's
Gasly just holds on to that one. And look at this. Just 0.4 of a second last lap. Lando Norris was faster than Charles Leclerc. Because I wonder, has Lando Norris been told when they...
And McLaren, Piastri is the best driver lately. Yeah, honestly for me...
The last lap 0.4, and on
I'm a Ferrari fan, but I'm only a Ferrari fan because Lewis moved to Ferrari. So technically I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan. And right now, Lewis Hamilton and Oscar Piastri for me. I'm not a McLaren fan though. I'm not really a fan of McLaren.
This looks so mundane, this race, but things are changing a little bit.
Between
and Antonelli having something of a scrap. Hadjar and Gasly still having something of a scrap.
Oscar,
and there's Alonso, and there's Lawson. And
had a little bit of like championship mentality, especially I don't remember which race it was. I think it was the third race of the season when he was racing with Verstappen, and how I feel like Oscar's driving style is similar to Verstappen's, but he's a lot more calm about it. He's aggressive, but he's calm, you know. But now I think with all the drama that's happening, it's kind of getting to him. I don't know. This is what I'm thinking, looking from the inside, from the outside.
So there's the gap.
Which proves that he maybe doesn't have championship mentality. But in the beginning, he showed championship mentality. But between him and Lando, for me, Oscar has more championship qualities than Lando does.
Verstappen is coming at the pair
Lando
of the
just
McLaren
needs
drivers,
a little
but you have to also
mindset
say
shift, you know?
Norris is coming back at Piastri as well today.
Yeah, this is a great scrap between Gasly and Hadjar as well. Driver of the day vote closes in 6 laps. Take your choice on that. Lando Norris at this rate is very soon going to be in DRS range, and the man who leads the Salesforce driver of the day vote, Charles Leclerc, and deservedly I think leads that too. Ted,
I mean, towards the end of his career
else
with
that's going to happen
Mercedes,
towards the end of this race.
wasn't.
Russell might catch Piastri. He's just broken the 3-second gap as Russell to Piastri. He's on 3-lap younger tyres, according to my my notes.
Are you serious?
And he's going to give it a go. Russell in the Mercedes P6 is closing on Piastri. Piastri's day can't get worse.
What's happening with Oscar today?
As much as Norris is closing on Leclerc, though.
No, seriously, what's happening with him today?
He's not quite in DRS at the detection point, it seems, but he's really coming at him now.
He needs everything working for him, and to arrive on the scene, get the overtake done quickly. So a fully charged battery to attack for a lap, get a move done, maybe down that back straight before his tyres overheat once again. Because he's dropped back, let that tyre cool down.
I think Oscar's letting the pressure, he's letting everything, all that noise get to him. He's letting the outside noise get to him.
He is going to be within DRS range through that next
really sad to see though,
so
yeah.
Right there, you saw the white line.
Because I really did want him to
and he'll get DRS
win. It would make me so happy to see him win championship.
Really help him. Although he's still sliding out of Andretti, that final corner.
It was. He knows he's got to stay within track limits, otherwise, but he's a dozen seconds ahead of Hamilton, so he won't
Hamilton
lose third place. And it's worth an
think
attack,
it was last
if he gets
during the week.
It's 5 seconds now. For Lando Norris, it's worth, as long as he doesn't lose a wheel or some bodywork, it's worth him having a go for those extra 3 World Championship points.
Yeah, 1.6 seconds then, the gain over the last 6 laps for Lando Norris. It's been another patient moment and a bit of coaching, bit of help from the pit wall as
6
well.
laps
Don't
left.
give up here, there might still be a chance.
6 more laps to go.
Charles Leclerc should be on the better tyre. He's got a lot of battery remaining here because he's not deployed a lot. Norris is really going for it with 60% remaining.
I don't understand Lando's driving.
With
I really don't understand his driving.
Down this back straight.
DRS then done, but too far behind on this occasion. And also, by now, Leclerc knows all the tricks that Norris has got in that in different tyres now.
Said you don't want Verstappen to win.
So is the McLaren, we're on board now.
Which team are you? I'm Team Ferrari, but also Team Oscar. Team Ferrari and Team Oscar Piastri.
Shoulders with the G loadings.
Right on the white line for Lando Norris. Out of turn 19. That looks a bit slidey from Charles Leclerc that time around.
Leclerc just starting to miss a little bit of traction. And that will give Norris all the confidence.
He's got down the inside on Charles Leclerc. I thought it would happen, Martin. Charles Leclerc saw that coming, felt that the switchback was the right way to defend. But that's the first time we've seen Lando have a go at Charles Leclerc down at turn 1, or up at turn 1, as we should say.
Yeah. So Norris got in there so far. He's going to struggle to make the apex.
I do, but I was hoping to see Hamilton on the podium today.
Just had enough.
Well done, McLaren. No, Piastri's not doing good. I think he just sort of gave up. I don't know what's going on with him.
To use the battery, to use the
DRS, just retire now. It's been a good run. It's been his dream, you know. He's always wanted to be.
To make it count to the checkered flag. Norris down the inside.
No!
And he takes that second place away from the struggling Ferrari. It's taken him a while. He'd almost given up mentally. He was told by the pit wall, just hang on in there. Chances will come your way. They have. It's Verstappen from Norris once more.
He cooled his tyres, but I think also the Ferrari started to lose its rear tyres a bit. Once again now, Norris needs some perfect corners to finish this lap and start the next lap. Otherwise, the Ferrari will be in his DRS zone, and they look pretty quick in a straight line. So super neat and clean then, but that was very aggressive.
keep the pressure on. He has 3 strikes.
Indeed. So,
okay.
What Lando was clever there doing was that he tried something new, didn't he? He didn't go down the outside for the first time. He flicked to the inside on all the rubbish on the inside of the racetrack.
Ooh.
This was into turn 1, but you're always going to run a little bit wide if you take that line on the way in. And as always,
no, Tango,
this is
no.
the overtake. There's a little dummy. And look how dirty his tyres are, or picking up the rubbish. But he'll struggle a little bit for a few corners with dirty tyres like that. But look how much gap he's managed to make.
That's
in the
a big
first
gap
sector.
already.
And that is going to give him a nice comfort zone down the back straight. Job done for Lando Norris.
And that's what it does in the Drivers' Championship as well. 3-4-6 for Piastri, 3-3-2 for Norris. 14 points the difference. It'll go down well on a glorious Sunday evening in Glastonbury. It will probably add to the Monday morning gloom if you're watching in Melbourne. Long way
he's
to
still
go.
on
And the
podium,
two
but
drivers at McLaren
he just
will be
lost
separated
P2.
by 14 points at the end of this race in the championship in this glorious
Hey girl, I
race to the
have
finish in Abu Dhabi. Meanwhile, Isaac Hadjar has been trying to make some moves.
I'm not a Lando fan, but I need a 3-driver championship fight. Okay, I get you.
Down the back straight.
I totally get you.
What happened here when he came up against the Alpine? Easy pass.
Whose fault? It was Carlos's fault.
Joseph, the engineer of Lando Norris, he really sort of.
It was Carlos'
come on,
fault. Carlos
do this and do that.
bumped into the back of Antonelli.
And he has been able to do that. Piastri holding Russell off pretty comfortably as well.
Yeah, when Ted was talking about it a few laps ago, the threat was kind of there from Russell. That's just faded away now. So Piastri's just running out a lonely race in fifth, picking up points here for Oscar Piastri, but his recent race results, well, 4th place, of course, in Singapore, didn't finish in Azerbaijan, got the podium in Italy, last win, Dutch Grand Prix in the Netherlands. So consistent through the opening 16 races of this season. For Piastri, those around him have been
Thank you,
better.
Sefo.
Verstappen is very
Like
much
a Formula One podcast.
Fourth race in a row where he out-qualifies and outscores both McLaren drivers.
When did you start the races? I've been a Formula One fan for like 3 years now.
What a weekend it has
3 or 4 years.
For Max Verstappen. There he is, out in front. He's got cars ahead of him. He's barely had anything ahead of him all race long. Those cars are back markers. Bortoletto is good friend. Colapinto and Gasly. As down the inside.
Okay, 2 more laps. Let's see who wins. Okay, we already know who wins.
Bortoletto will race this to the end too.
End.
We'll see how that goes with Verstappen waiting to lap them.
Yeah, they haven't been giving any blue flag warnings yet. Until Max is within 3 seconds of them, they won't start getting notifications up. Then when Max is within 1.2, the blue flags come out and they have to scamper out of the way. He doesn't actually have to overtake them, I don't think, if he doesn't want to, but I think
McLaren, I don't know what happened.
Want to and get ahead of them and keep that.
I don't know.
You never know what's going to happen.
I think McLaren only cares about Constructors' Championship. I don't think they care about their drivers like that. I don't think so. Because they were doing, the McLaren was so quick in the beginning of the season, guys. You couldn't catch the McLaren. If it was gone, they were gone. There was no catching them. Now, because they've won the Constructors, I don't think they care anymore, you know?
Because he's managing Franco. The trouble is he's slow and he's forcing you into the path of Gabriel Bortoletto. So I absolutely see why you would want to get past your teammate.
Ferrari, is it the cars or the drivers? I think it's the car. I think it's the car, guys.
He went onto the dirt, got a load of dust on his tyres.
I definitely think it's the car. They have very good drivers. They have Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton.
in the
Come
pit
on.
straight and into
And we
yield
can
and
see
let
them like
Max
we're watching the race. We
go
can
of the
see that
exits.
they're
It's always
driving
great
really
peril for the
great.
leader
The
coming
car
through
is
when
just
cars are
He's going
squabbling
for it. He's
like
not holding
this.
positions. There we go. And they come very, very close together at the top of the hill. Gasly goes wide. He's forced out wide by Colapinto, who does make the move and get the place, despite being told to hold positions. He's up to 17th.
Yeah, well, it's over 17th and 16th and 17th and 18th.
It looked
doesn't it?
like,
But,
you know, yeah, I
so
don't
a
know,
long way
yes, because
back,
it looked
but,
like
I think
Hamilton
you'd do that, wouldn't you? You'd
was
do the
doing
move
well.
and
He
then
was
you
in
worry about the
P3,
brake thing later.
Yeah. And he
you
is,
know, and then he
he's still
puts it, next
racing,
thing
of
you
course,
know,
for a
he's
future next season at the team, Franco Colapinto. He says the team would just say, keep doing what you're doing. And as they would like to be a lot higher up the grid, I'm sure. He's got the fight in him, he's got the spirit in him. And we know that he can make overtakes. We've seen it before.
do you watch UFC? No.
Colapinto's really struggling, isn't he? He's fighting
Yes,
for his
she's like
career,
me.
isn't he?
He's
So,
watching the
I don't
race.
blame
He's
him.
driving.
Gasly is now lapped.
Yeah, he
Portoletto
is. He's chilling.
lapped.
He's just like, ah.
And sometime tonight, Max Verstappen
I don't
might
think he's
celebrate,
trying
get a little
even.
bit tipsy. Who
Okay.
knows? But Shibuzi is there.
Let's go.
Waiting
Let's see the
to
flag.
wave the checkered flag.
Let this race come to an end, please. I'm so
hopeful
hopeful now.
Shibuzi gags if you want, but it's a long walk home, so I won't.
I was
That's
having
his
to
latest
talk to him.
single.
Probably talked to him on the grid, but I didn't find him.
It's a shame. He's great. Love his
At least
music.
we have a Ferrari
Verstappen from
3-4.
Norris,
It's the
7.2
best outcome that we've had all
seconds,
season.
and that gap's come down a bit more because Verstappen's
You know?
been lapping people. Charles Leclerc's on for a
That's-
first podium
that's
for
good.
Ferrari in 5 races. As we start the final lap here, behind Max Verstappen, Gabriel Portoletto getting very close to Pierre Gasly. Tries to get past him, accelerating down the hill. Gasly's really struggling. It might look like Portoletto could get that one. For Max Verstappen, though, came into this weekend, Martin, alongside Lewis Hamilton with a dream of becoming the first driver to win
No,
7
they can't beat
Formula
McLaren.
Grand Prix in the United
Not this
States
season,
of
yeah,
America.
you're right.
That dream is about to come true.
I think you're absolutely right. The commentator's curse, but he has been serene all afternoon.
Who already used the medium?
Every bit as serene right now as he heads for home from the far end of the racetrack and the hairpin of turn 11.
Actually,
In Hungary, 6 races
oh yeah,
ago,
because he went
Max
from
Verstappen
mediums
was
to
a minute
soft.
and 12 seconds behind the race winner. Since then, second in Holland, first in Italy, first in Baku, second in Singapore, and about to go
Lewis
back to the top
Hamilton
step of the podium here.
wins the
He's had
Austin
a
Grand
win in
Prix.
Las Vegas. He has had 2 wins in Miami. At the start of this weekend, he had a sprint win here for the 3rd year running in Austin. And he's come to this track where he's won 3 times before, and he's about to make it a 4th Grand Prix win in Austin for a 7th win in the United States. While that's happening, Hamilton's struggling, Piastri's gaining, Verstappen crosses the line, wins the US Grand Prix. And it's been Max attack and Max success all weekend long for him. Lando Norris finishes 2nd, Charles Leclerc will be 3rd. Can Lewis Hamilton hang on to 4th place? He thinks he's got a puncture. Piastri is gaining on him. We're on board now.
We're
As
almost
Charles
at the-
Leclerc finishes 3rd and picks up that podium. Look how wide Hamilton went. Around the final corner, he is going to get to the line in front because the line comes at you quickly. Hamilton holds on for 4th. Oscar Piastri finishes 5th. George Russell 6th. Yuki Tsunoda.
Okay, so we have Ferrari 3 and 4, you guys. At least
It's going on for the final point.
it's the best results that we've had all
with
season.
Nico Hulkenberg taking 8th and Ollie Behrman 9th. Alonso and Lawson
Ferrari
and
3-4.
Stroll 10th, 11th, and 12th.
I'm happy with
Antonelli
that.
just at the back
I'm
of this
actually
pack.
very.
And that was a bit hair
I'm
and scare
content with
for
that.
Lewis Hamilton at the end, who put in a lap of a 1:43.1 on the final lap. Piastri did a 1:39.0.
Yeah, he came on the radio to say he thought he had a front right puncture, so lucky to get over the line. Here comes
Yeah,
Antonelli.
Max actually his
Unlucky for him,
mentality.
wasn't it? Got that
I
collision
mean,
with
guys,
Carlos
have you guys
Sainz,
heard Max
and
Verstappen's
nothing
story?
Antonelli could have done there. So
With
he
Max's
ends up
dad,
outside
I
the
mean,
points of 13.
come
Could
on.
have been a much better day, I think, for Behrman.
I'm
It's
sure
still
he
two
could
precious
win in
points.
any
And
team
what
for
a
sure.
weekend. He's missed out on the fastest lap here. So he doesn't do the double Grand Chelem, as it were, in the sprints and the Grand Prix, which no driver's ever done, but it was all Max.
Another very impressive weekend, Max.
Simply lovely. Well Simply lovely, Max.
Enjoy the celebrations. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, well done, mate. Unbelievable weekend. Really, really good. Thank you very much, everyone. And you can fly back, mate.
Well done, Max. That was proper domination. What to say? You got everything this weekend.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, really happy with that. Let's try and keep this momentum up.
And that momentum crew has seen Max Verstappen take, where is it? I've just written it down, 119 points out of a possible 133 in the last 5 Grand Prix weekends.
It's a bit like 2023, this, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was on Playroom Live, I think, last month.
I think you use the word Jaws. He's coming. It's only 40
Max
points
is just
now
great,
Oscar
but don't
Piastri.
forget that Red Bull got a dope car, hence he can't move, it depends on it. I think it's just, the car is just Max's car. I don't think the car is like the best car. I think it's genuinely his car. He knows how to work it, you know, he knows all the kinks and he knows how to push it. But I don't think it's a good car, because look where Yuki is.
Well done. Nice drive.
Good job. Good recovery this weekend.
You could have been P2, but it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, it's
We
good to be back
extend
at the
some
podium,
grace.
and I think we worked
P3
really well
is
this
good.
weekend. So
Still.
good job.
The Ferrari, y'all
That's
need
alright,
to
Charlie.
get to the drawing board and do something.
Yeah, I think actually
For our
that's
boys,
the bigger point, is
because
how they recovered the weekend. Because strategically, in the
They
end, he started
struggled.
third and finished third, right? You know, it gave
struggled.
him a bit of track position for a while, but it didn't work out on the whole. More impressively for me is they look
Ferrari needs
nowhere
to do something
on Friday,
for our
and he's
boys.
recovered into the podium. His 6th podium of the season, and that's a great result. And third and
Hi,
fourth
hi, rather unique. Hamilton lip bends and he's still a dope driver. I think Hamilton is still a very good driver. Shane, can you borrow Hamilton that man said because we need it? He needs something, but he says.
Is your winner for the 16th time in his career, Max Verstappen stands on top here in Austin and ties Sebastian.
You know what's crazy with Formula One? I always support everybody. Whoever wins, I'm genuinely happy for them.
As he stage dives into the arms of his waiting crew.
He's back, isn't he?
Yeah, they have a really
back.
great comeback. Who's that?
Red Bull are back, more importantly, because
That's Nandi.
to me, the fact, it's not so much that Max has won, the fact that we've seen Yuki Tsunoda finish in 7th place. You know, we haven't seen that second Red Bull consistently in the points. The fact that Tsunoda finished in 7th underlines that the whole Red Bull package is better. The fact that he's 52 seconds behind Max underlines that Max Verstappen is still the top dog.
So Max Verstappen's back. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Where's Martin Brundle gone?
He's going to do the interviews at the podium. Did you not know this?
I'm calling it now. Brazil will be the best race of the season.
I've got to go to the podium, and here I am.
Last seen running out of the commentary box about 2 minutes
I think
ago.
Max's car is different to Yuki's because remember Checo, before he got sacked.
I want to talk to him on the grid. He saw him with the checkered flag. I'm like, he's off to see Shabuzi there, but I have no idea where he's gone.
There he is. He's standing somewhere at the back there.
I think there's a consistency thing with the second seats there by Red Bull because Checo definitely had his days. He'd do good, then he'd do bad, then he'd do good, and then it's like, you know, there was an inconsistency there. That's why I'm saying I think Max just knows the car, he knows the kinks, he knows what to do, he knows the buttons to press type thing, you know.
At Mexico, I think that's one to watch out for when we get there. I mean, obviously last year Ferrari won with Carlos Sainz. Let's see. I'm very, very intrigued to see.
I thought Singapore was gonna be a really nice race, but I got bored during Singapore, and I usually enjoy Singapore.
Low downforce tracks, one street circuit, maybe. This is a normal track where it's got a whole range of corners and they're fast.
My battery's on 10%.
We'll discuss this on the podcast. There might come a time, you know, with this Red Bull revival, where a McLaren team that says their drivers are free to race might have to make a decision and say, we've got a championship leader and we've got a challenger. And
why is it even a discussion? Oh, McLaren, as in McLaren is yeah, let me calm down. This is not, I'm not displaying fruits of the spirit. But McLaren, why is it even like a discussion of, okay guys, who are we going to prioritize? You know who to prioritize. Oscar is currently leading the world championship. That's who you should be prioritizing. Right? You guys, am I tripping? Like,
I think you back neither. I think you have to let them fight. You can't.
Are we all sharing the same sentiments when it comes to McLaren? I just don't understand how they're thinking.
Because at the moment, neither driver is capable of stopping the man that's in form and doing all the winning.
Yeah, I said you back neither driver. The answer is actually you back both drivers.
Yeah.
But you back neither.
Anyways,
yes, that's what I meant.
We'll discuss this more on the podcast tomorrow. Sold out here at Austin. It has been a fabulous weekend in the sunshine. And there he is, Martin Brundle, down in Parc Ferme, waiting to interview the top three. Charles Leclerc for Ferrari, Lando Norris for McLaren. First up, Max Verstappen for Red Bull.
Excuse me.
Congratulations, Max. Your 68th victory in Formula One. Your fourth here. Pole position, perfect start, controlled the race. That was a champion's drive.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable weekend for us. I knew that the race was, of course, not going to be super straightforward. I think if you look at the whole race, the pace between myself and Lando was really close.
Okay.
I think just in that first stint, that's where we made the difference. I could eke out a little bit of a gap, and that's basically what we kept till the end. It wasn't easy to manage also the tires on both of the stints, but we kept it in the lead, and just incredibly proud of everyone.
Okay, that's enough Formula One.
A weekend like this.
Okay, we'll have a quick word here. Welcome back.
Let's talk Jesus.
You two had
Let's talk Jesus.
I'd love to hear what
Oh, guys, I love talking about Jesus. Let's talk Jesus.
You finally made it through to get second and keep hold of it.
Oh, Lewis got scared.
Finally, it took long enough. No, it was a good battle with Charles. He fought hard, and it was tough. We did everything we could. I thought we kind of had it in an easier way after we got ahead, and then we did the overcut, or we went much longer.
Red Bull hasn't filled their second seat yet for 2026, right?
But it wasn't the case, so no.
I don't know if Yuki should carry on with Red Bull, but I think they might carry on with him because it's no longer Christian Horner who's calling the shots, right? Christian is like gone now.
Then you want to push because you have the best chance, but it's also when the tires get the hottest. So when I had my first try, I just really started to struggle with the tires, and Charles was probably already in that kind of consistent point, so I backed off quite a bit.
I think it's still happening in South Africa. I think they're still planning on bringing it here, actually.
Some good driving, and a fun race.
Charles, you were the outlier in the first 15 cars on the grid on the soft tyres, and wow, you made the best of those in the first corner.
Yeah, I was
Charles,
a bit worried
he
when
defended very well.
down soft at the beginning, but I kind of knew that it was a bit of a risky move. I mean, what I had in mind is to use the soft to try and get free air.
I should go get some. I should go get Charles' hat because I only have Hamilton's cap.
So I'm very happy overall because it's been a tough second part of the year, and to be back.
They're busy with upgrades at Kyalami. Yeah, they're busy with upgrades. They're going to bring the Grand Prix to South Africa. That's going to be fun. Yeah, but the ticket prices are probably going to be insane.
I enjoyed it. Unfortunately, today I lost out at the end, but I had fun in the car.
Max, so you've taken 25 points out of Oscar's World Championship lead this weekend. You must be thinking, I can do this. There's a chance to do this.
Yeah,
if he carries on this pace, yeah, he can definitely do it.
Deliver these kind of weekends now till the end. So just try.
Let's see what happens.
I think it's exciting.
Mama, 1 trillion. Lalela. The tickets are gonna be pricey. The reason why I suggest a podcast is so that we can use to product the media.
He's been here before, hasn't he? He's won 4 of them. He knows. As long as you keep winning races and you keep outscoring your rivals, the championship will take care of itself. Whatever happens, and let's be honest, if they do,
I need to go shower. Actually, I need to shower
it's not one of those like a previous
and
season
start
where
getting ready for bed.
you expected them to be there at the end. You go in the summer break, get an awful race in Budapest. You would never have expected.
It's so nice when they cross the line and they're so happy and they celebrate with their team.
In Budapest, and here
Really
he is,
cute, really
winning
nice.
once again and for a second time in the United States of America. What was he? 104 points behind the championship lead. Only 4 races ago. He's now 40 points behind the championship lead. Yeah, even I could work the maths out on that. We'll hopefully go down to the cool-down route in a few moments' time. And hear more from the top 3. The next 3 events.
Oh, does it really, Kwanele? That's thank you so much for that. Thank you for that, honestly.
Which is always a brilliant race. Then we head to Las Vegas.
Because that's something that I've been praying about. Because you know when the Holy Spirit dwells in you and you stop showing the fruits of the Spirit, I think that's something that I struggle with a lot, because you don't want to do things in vain, right? As a Christian, you don't want to be like worshipping in vain, or so when there's fruits of the Spirit, that's when you know that you're on the right path, that you're on the right track. Thank you for that comment, honestly. Thank you very much. Thanks for hosting us. It's lovely to have members of the F1 community. Of course. It was nice watching Formula One with you guys. Please do a story time on what made you start your journey with God. Yo, my battery's on 9%, so I'm gonna keep it very brief. And then so I have a couple of testimonies. Which one should I share with you guys? What made me even decide to be, actually what prompted me to get baptized is I just felt like the Lord was calling me to get baptized, to sort of release me from some strongholds that the enemy had on me. Like, I struggled with anxiety, I struggled with fear a lot, like to the point where I don't want to go outside because I was fearful of a panic attack. So I think that's the Lord called me to get baptized to release me from that stronghold and to sort of own the narrative of my story and my journey with Christ. Because in my walk with Christ, I was getting a lot of accusations, just the devil accusing me that, like, because sometimes I'd be called to talk about Christ to people, but then the devil would accuse me and would say, but who are you to talk to people, you swear, you listen to this type of music. And then I decided to actually take control of it and fight back, because before I'd be like, you know what, you're right, and come into agreement with what he was saying to me. But then now I don't know, it was like kind of like a switch. I was more in my word, and the more I got into my word, the stronger I got. And the stronger I got, the more the Lord was calling me to do things. So now, after getting baptized, I feel more comfortable with sharing my faith. I feel more comfortable with talking to people about Christ, because the Lord has genuinely broken those chains that the devil had on me. Yeah. Love that. It's powerful how Jesus changes everything when we let him. 100%. Yo, I need to charge my phone. It's on 8%. What are you watching? We were watching Formula 1, but it's finished now. You guys are really sweet. Hello, my people. Hello. I actually don't know. I haven't seen her. Alexandra, I haven't seen her. I saw a video of her on TikTok. She looks gorgeous as always. She's always stunning. But my favorite wag actually is Pierre Gasly's girlfriend. Oh, she's stunning. Come here, what's her name? Kika. Ah, oh, Kika is gorgeous. Okay, guys. I need to go shower and my battery's dying now. It's on 7%. But before I leave, I want to share a verse with you guys that really touched me this week. A verse that I really liked this week. Before I go, charge my phone and go shower. I'm going to leave you guys with this verse. So this is 1 Peter 5, chapter 10. It says, "The Lord of all grace, who called you to his eternal grace, glory in Christ, will himself restore, establish, strengthen, and support you after you suffered for a little while." So this verse helped me because, I mean, we suffer here on earth, right? But this is a promise from God himself that he will restore, strengthen, and establish you after you've suffered for a little while. So you'll suffer for a little while, but God has promised that he will restore. So yeah, hold on to that, and I hope that will get you guys through this week. And remember, God got your back. Ew, why do the trophies have horns?
After a sprint win and a Grand Prix win here in Texas. The land of the Longhorns. So who would back against the Bulls? It's Max on top here in Austin.
Thank you for that. You're welcome.
It's on.
Texan culture tokens. Ugh. No, I know never to go to Texas. You guys see that lash? I need to pluck it out. Because these lashes, they grow. I don't know if you guys can see that. Like right there, this one here. They grow like this. And then they get stuck in my eye. Your journey shows God's grace. Keep trusting him through it all. 100%. That's the only thing that we can do. And I'm learning now to even try to trust God in my thoughts. Like if I start thinking about something, I need to tell myself that I don't know, because this life is not my own. My life belongs to Christ. Literally. Any thought that I have has to submit to his will. Everything about me has to submit to his will. That's something that I'm working on these days. That's something that it's like, it's in my heart. That's a cross that I need to pick up every day. Okay, you guys. I think the next live tomorrow that I'm going to do, we should do a Bible study. Right? We should do a Bible study tomorrow. See, even my voice is changing now. I'm getting a little tired. What book would we read even? I'll check it out myself, and then I'll see what we can read tomorrow. Would you guys join my live tomorrow if I do Bible study? Something like showing God's glory through yourself. No, like fully submitting to God, fully submitting everything. Because I think in our culture in South Africa, these like, yes, there's people who say that they're Christians and stuff, but they're still in the world, you know, they still go. I want to like truly, fully submit everything to God. Everything. Because once there's a gray area, that's where the devil attacks you the most. If there's a part of your life that you're living in secret and there's things in your heart that you're keeping to yourself in secret, that's where the devil attacks you the most. Oh, I have to share this, guys. I'll share this with you guys tomorrow. The Lord revealed to me. Also the Lord just reveals things, especially when you're in His Word. What time? Let's do 8. Tomorrow at 8. You're so beautiful. Thank you. You can hear my voice now. I'm getting tired and I still need to go shower. Ish. The way I'm gonna pass out. It's crazy. Oh, I didn't sleep much last night. That's why I'm so tired now. Yeah, I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna pass out when I get into bed. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be... Bruh, you need to join my live tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing Bible study. We're doing Bible study tomorrow. Because everything that you've been saying is just revelations that have been coming to me this whole week. Yeah, tomorrow, guys, let's do Bible study. Bible study tomorrow at 8. Right? Nzofika, right? No, that's the devil telling you that you are definitely worthy. Jesus is just waiting for you to turn around and look at his face, literally. Oh, there's... Oh. You are definitely worthy. Oyama, I need to find some scriptures for you. I'm gonna... Let me screenshot your handle. I'm gonna find some scriptures for you, Oyama, and I'm gonna DM you. Don't let the devil lie to you. You're definitely worthy. You just need to repent, and repenting is genuinely not that. It's really not that difficult. It's not. God, everything is possible. You cannot see that you're a sinner before God. I'll send you some scriptures, Oyam. I'll send you some scriptures that will help encourage you. Okay, guys, let me go sleep. Hmm? really believe in God without Jesus. As in okay guys, I'm going to sleep now, and I really do pray I go back to the same thing. I hear you, girl. I hear you. Yes, we'll do Bible study tomorrow. We'll do Bible study tomorrow. Oyama, also, it's like your flesh is always gonna try and fight you. Your flesh is always gonna try and fight you. That's why scripture says we shouldn't go or do things based on our feelings, because you're gonna feel like doing something. You feel like, because your flesh is telling you that this is what I want to do. Also, starving your flesh is very important, and connecting with your spirit, moving in spirit. Let's do Bible study tomorrow, you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8. We'll do Bible study. Yo, I'm so tired. I haven't slept, actually. I only slept for like 3 hours last night. And I still need to go shower. And yeah. So tomorrow we'll do Bible study around 8. Yeah. I think we should focus on like one theme though. I'll find a theme that we can focus on. Okay guys, good night, Tini. I'll pray for you, Oyama. And yeah, don't forget to pray tonight and hit the devil where it hurts. Always put on your full armor of Christ and be in your word, you guys. Okay, see you tomorrow, Bible study, and good night. Love you.